Did you hear that?
Shh, I'm doing the opening.
Okay.
God damn it, every time I do the opening, somebody has to talk and ruin it. You're listening to the Drinking with Friends podcast with Dan, Ben, and Mark. This is episode 15 of the never-ending Season 3.
Season 3, Part 2.
This is the music news episode of our podcast, where we're going to inform you about the goings-on of rock and roll, metal, music, and everything going on today.
First off, we'd like to welcome Mark back, sans kidney. Mark had a little incident, a medical emergency, such as it required surgery, but he survived.
I survived. Mm-hmm. I'm back.
And better than ever.
It was touch and go there for a little while, but that was before the surgery.
Because he touched it and it went.
I am 5 weeks post-op.
Wow, 5 weeks.
5 weeks sans kidney, but now I have 3. Thanks to the wonderful, caring people in my life. Here's one of them.
Yes. That looks like the manatee.
We're on video.
Yeah, I've only been setting up the camera for the last hour.
I forgot that we're videotaping.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Thanks to my loving, caring family and friends, I will not ever be with one kidney. I will always have at least 2 and sometimes 3.
Not one kidney.
Not one.
And here's the other one.
Let me see that one. That one's cute. Looks like someone knit it.
They're both cute.
Well, they unknitted his other
This is probably actual size, right?
Yeah.
This is the scale. This is actual size of a kidney.
Not yours, though. Yours is like bigger than that.
Mine was bigger, they said.
It was 30 feet long. 30 feet long, I tells you.
You're awesome. I'm not kidding you.
Kidding you?
I'm not kidneying you. You're awesome. So, apparently, as we speak right now, my remaining kidney is growing larger to compensate. But there are people that are born with one, don't even know it till they go get a scan or something like that. There are people that donate kidneys and go on to live full lives. So
yes.
I'm very grateful. They got it all. I'm going in for a follow-up in less than a week, and then in April for a scan, and then I think it'll be maintenance from then on.
Excellent.
No chemo, no anything. I'm very grateful.
Man.
Yeah, it's caught
Considering
very early.
how serious that could have been,
Yes.
I'm so happy that you survived, but much better that you don't have to go through the chemo and all that stuff.
Right.
That's brutal. I mean, we all know people who've had cancer, and the treatment itself is just god-awful, and you don't wish that on anybody, not even Paul.
And they treatment has come a long way. The way they deal with cancer has come a long way, and I'm grateful about that. My surgery was performed by a robot. Not an autonomous robot. There was somebody controlling it.
Mr. Roboto?
But if you look it up, robotic surgery, it's got like 5 or 6 arms, something like that. I even asked the guy after surgery.
Wait. It's called a doctor puss? Thank you. I've been writing material all this time that we've been off the air, so.
I asked them after the surgery, did that thing pick me up and put me on the table? Because I was just curious. And they were like, no.
It fondled you and you didn't even know.
Like picked you up and hung you by your feet.
It just spins you around and cuts.
Yeah.
4 small incisions and then 1 like a C-section to actually remove everything. But everything is done under the skin. They inflate your abdomen.
The skin, they blow it up with air.
They blow it up with air.
Thanks, Dr. Ben. Shut the fuck up.
It goes under the skin and it does all the cutting and all of the suturing and all of the other stuff. And then your recovery time is much less. Your blood loss is much less. The pain is much less. Everything is
less.
Better and easier with
But
this.
the cost is much more,
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Hell yeah.
Go to my GoFundMe.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Ben, you have a Go Find Me, right?
That's from my pee-pee. But afterwards, like all air has got to come out of you. And that's weird.
It took a good day and a half, and actually the day after surgery, I walked about a mile total throughout the day because they say walking helps with all of that. And by the second morning after my surgery, it was leaving, and I felt a lot better.
It was exiting stage left.
They wanted to, so I got this done on Wednesday. They wanted to send me home on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, I don't really feel like I'm ready to go home.
No.
Things were still very unsettled in that area.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, no problem. And the fuck are you doing?
She's making more noise drinking out of a plastic
I don't know
water
how
bottle.
it made all that
Ruined
noise.
the show. You blew the show. Let's start all over again.
Okay, so anyway. So they were like, yeah, no problem. I stayed the next day. And the next morning, they brought me down in a wheelchair to the, where they sent me home in a car, right, from the hospital because I was in Manhattan. The two sweetest older ladies were at the desk helping people leave and, okay, your ride's here or whatever. Yeah, they were my age. They're a little bit older.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting in this very low sofa. Right. And I'm sitting there, my knees are up, and I'm like, how am I going to get out? Like, I'm still in pain. How am I going to get up? So the old lady comes over to me and she goes, are you ready? Your ride's here. I'm like, okay.
Do you want a hot dog?
She puts her hands out and she goes like this, come on. Because she saw I was like trying to get up, and I was like, fuck this. She just called me out in front of the whole everybody here. So like got right up, and I was like, oh. And she puts her arm under mine and she goes, okay, do I got you or do you got me? And I go, I got
you, babe.
I got you, babe. She walked me out to it was a really sweet moment. It was very nice.
And she's blind, right? She walked into a truck.
You got to be very careful on the streets in Manhattan.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
It doesn't
yeah.
matter if you're coming out of a hospital; they'll run you down.
No, don't we know that? Yes.
Can I have that?
What?
Your water bottle?
Why?
Because
I'm
more
thirsty.
water. I'm thirsty, bro.
Get the fucking.
I'm
dude.
the talent.
Talent gets
Yeah,
the
Ben,
water.
Let me piss in this. Hold on. Ben, don't fucking lip to me, bitch. Don't fucking even
That's
look
right.
at me.
That's right.
Bitch.
Thank you.
Here, you can have it. Can you get it?
Thank
Come on, Mark. Come on.
That's good. That was funny.
Thanks.
There's more over there.
Yeah, but
Oh,
we
I
have
just got
some,
it.
Yeah. Okay.
That was very funny.
Thanks. We have some special beverage for today.
I'm very thirsty. I'm
all
sorry.
right,
I have
talent-
to hydrate too. I only have one
Yes.
kidney.
And we're going to get that kidney all worked up. You don't have to do this. I want this on camera so everyone knows that this is on your own.
Okay, podcast over.
Yeah. Hey, look, a squirrel. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yapona whiskey.
It just sounds nice.
It sounds like it's in Spanish. Yapona, Japones.
Japones.
Did you show the bottle to the camera?
It's in Korean.
That bottle is pretty incredible.
I saw it and I was like, this is interesting.
Dan printed the top.
Yes, I did. Ben, look what I printed for you.
Oh!
You fuck.
If I know where to put it.
Yeah.
That's in reference to Dan's 3D printing business that he just started.
A prolific
3D.
printer.
By the
Yeah.
way,
This is 2D.
Well, that one is because you're 1D.
now Dan, before we go
I'd
any
say
further
two.
on this show,
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to silence your fucking your messages coming into your phone because I hear them and they shut down the music every time.
Really? That's
Yeah.
so terrible. I'm sorry.
So go on to Do Not Disturb. You hear like bloop, and then music shuts down
Yeah.
and it comes back.
Wow. Holy shit. Here, Ben, why don't you
Okay.
start pouring, please? Or you can have Mark read the bottle.
This is what happens.
Who's
when
going to
you
read?
have-
Mark,
when you have
he can
elderly
spell.
people using technology. This is what happens. Oh,
I'm in the industry. What did I say that
yeah.
time?
Oh no.
I'm in the field.
Right. Dan had to make the disclaimer before because I haven't had a drink in months. Due
I haven't
to
been drinking
the
since we
obvious.
haven't been.
And then medications and things like that. So this will be my first. And I'm going to take it easy. I had food. I'm going to sip it. No, I want the leather one.
Oh, that's leather. Nice.
This one is from the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas, where CFO and I and the boys went down for a few days to dig for diamonds.
Digging for diamonds in all the wrong
And
places.
let me tell you something. Hot Springs, Arkansas is awesome.
Was it
it's
hot?
Beautiful. Yeah, it was hot.
Is it springy?
We had a place right on the lake. It was a really great trip. But yeah, Arkansas is really, really cool.
I didn't think it would be.
I didn't think it would be either. I was pleasantly surprised. And this is what happens sometimes when you don't know about a place and then you go visit.
When you have an open mind, the world is your lobster.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this Yapona whiskey. Obviously, it's from the Suntory, right?
No,
It's not?
no,
It has to be.
it's not. It's something else.
Ooh. Wow, this is Yapona whiskey matured in the finest oak casks. Now, it doesn't say charred oak barrels. So, and if it wasn't made in the U.S., it would not be a bourbon. But this was aged in finest oak casks.
The finest.
Bro, this says nothing about it on the bottom. There's nothing here.
No.
That sucks. I was thinking that you'd add lib or something. And
But it sounds like, well, maybe, is it a Japanese whiskey? It's got a shogun on it.
yeah.
Or a samurai on it. 40% alcohol by volume. Imported to Freeport, New York.
Oh, wow.
to Freeport,
Oh.
New York.
Republic of Moldova.
Bendovia.
Where is that?
Moldova?
Moldova. The Republic of Moldova.
Isn't that?
Would you like some?
Yeah, I'd like some. Now you have to understand, this is not your regular blend. It's very, very user friendly as far as. It's good. Oh, Ben, you ruined it.
I don't know.
You ruined America.
And this is the 12 year, is it not?
I think so.
12 years a slave?
12 years a dummy. No, that's 60 years a dummy.
Is that, can you look on the, can somebody look on the bottle? Because I don't have the bottle anymore. Does it say 12 year on it?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
It says-
boy, look at that.
It's hard to tell because of the color is the same as the alcohol.
Yeah,
I don't
just
wanna
tilt
spill
it more so everything spills, man.
Aged 12 years. Limited edition.
That's older than your girlfriend.
Mature in the finest oak casks.
I just said that. Shut up now.
Wow.
Yapona 12 year whiskey is a premium liqueur that showcases rich flavors
Here you go,
with
Yapona.
notes of vanilla, dried fruits, and oak.
It just smells good in my hand because I
Smells good.
spilt a little.
Doesn't smell
This
good?
whiskey is meticulously crafted in a renowned distillery, known for its smoothness and complexity, making it a great option for both novice and seasoned whiskey drinkers. Now, it does not say anything about Suntory, so where is
No.
this shit from?
It's from the Yoshi region of the Fujitsu Mountains.
For optimal enjoyment, serve this whiskey neat or on the rocks to appreciate its depth.
Now
It can
let's.
also be used as an ingredient. It can also be used as an ingredient in cocktails, pairing well with mixers like ginger ale or soda for a refreshing drink.
You said, what was the beginning of that? To pair with neat or something like that?
Neat.
You
We're
can
on the
serve it
rocks.
neat or on the rocks.
What does neat mean?
Neat is just
Straight
with
up.
nothing, no mixer, no
nothing,
ice,
just
no
straight up.
water, nothing.
Something you'll never be, Ben. Straight.
Or up.
Sorry, Vicky. I'd like to dedicate this show to Vicky, Human Resources, who is out right now with corporate.
It says, why does it say country Scotland?
I don't know, because it's made in Japan.
I don't even know. This is not the official. I'm trying to look it up,
Yeah.
but this is not the official.
I'm getting so impatient because I want you guys to taste this because it's that good.
All right. I just wanted to inform our listeners
Yes.
and viewers.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Look at
Yeah,
Ben.
play to the camera, guys. You know, we're on camera now.
Yes. Hello.
Don't forget about the people watching at home.
Yes.
All one of them.
No, 3 of them. Because when we go home, we'll watch it.
Okay.
3D. Ben,
I've got a little sip here. If anything goes wrong, it'll be on camera.
yes, you has Sid's seizure over there. Your kidney is rejecting the alcohol infusion. Look out.
I just
Ben,
have to
give him mouth to mouth.
I have to stay hydrated. That's why
Yes.
I took your water.
Way to go, Hydro. Let's go.
All right.
Cheers. Take a
Oh,
little. Wait.
oh,
The
yeah,
nose, the nose, the nose. What's the nose, guys?
It's definitely, I definitely get the vanilla.
Yeah, it has it smells, if you can smell the texture, it would be creamy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a very
Creamy.
nice sweet vanilla
Just to let you know.
aroma.
Moldova is between Ukraine and Romania.
And the mold is between your
Oh my
cheeks.
gosh, that smells great. It's almost like a flavor ice cream.
Yeah, it's
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It smells like a liqueur.
I could put this on my pancakes. Are we sipping?
Yes. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, that is good.
It's smooth, isn't it?
Oh my!
Smooth operating.
It's very smooth.
Okay, I
It
can
still
see.
has a nice little burn, but it's
Yeah,
very smooth.
It has a nice mellow
I can see
Vanilla
a nice
finish.
glass
with a nice.
on the rocks for me because I like
Yeah.
a little cold and just sitting and chilling.
Yeah, this is
Oh, I could
perfect
do this.
for that.
Well, I'm going to add a couple of drops of water.
Did you get
Got
some
my
in your eye?
No, it just shot a pain right into my eye.
It's called You're Dying, Ben. Again.
I'm going to add a quarter of a capful of
About
water. That's about 3 drops.
You
know, I
spilled
noticed
more
that
on your lap
sometimes-
than you put in your shot glass.
Just a little bit of water.
Makes
you
the
wait for
medicine
the
go
ice
down?
to melt a little, and it's just like, okay, this is just absolutely amazing.
Some bourbons or whiskeys, it opens up the flavor.
Yeah.
Like it just becomes much bigger in your mouth. If you know what I mean.
Ben,
Oh,
has
yeah.
Ben has a hose attached to his mouth.
For practice.
No,
This
he
is-
wants to make them all bigger. Anyway,
This is
So-
really, really
So I'm
good.
going to take a
Cheers.
sip with
Cheers.
3 drops of water.
very good. I like
Oh,
it.
wow.
This is like an entry.
It tastes different.
Does it? Mm-hmm. I'd say share some water, but you've got
Yeah, I know you got
pubes
cooties, man.
growing out of pubes growing out of your throat.
I put a couple of drops in there. I didn't backwash. The backwash is on the bottom.
Is that
Just
toilet
a
water?
tiny bit, Ben. Be careful.
There- oh,
Oh, you
there's a
ejaculated.
steal.
How premature of you.
That was about 4 drops. Dan is carefully pouring.
Today, Junior.
Dan's trying,
I feel like just
Dan's trying not to let the tremors get the best of him.
I still fucked it up.
And he splooshed out a little water.
The aftermath. Anyway,
and I do my Parkinson shake to rev it up.
Michael J. Fox bartending.
I
Cheers.
think it's better
Cheers.
with a little water. Cheers.
Wow, that does bring out the flavor. What the hell?
It does. It opens it up, right? It's
Yeah.
the
To me, it had a
flavor
little
is
more, even a little more kick.
a lot bigger.
Oh,
yeah.
it's nice.
This is really good,
It's good. It's
I
good.
think
And it's
this is,
definitely good with a couple of drops of water.
and it's affordable.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
not going to say the price because I don't want people to be buying this shit and
$9.99 at your local liquor store.
$2.50.
But see, there is a difference, right? There are a lot of ways to sip bourbon or whiskey.
Yeah,
Neat with
as we've
nothing.
learned.
As we've learned. Neat with nothing. No mixer, no nothing. Of course, a mixed drink where you can add soda to it or something like that.
This is good because you can mix it with ginger ale right off the bat. That'd be really good.
Or in a cocktail form where you might get a little bitters in there and some fruit. You know, that it's simple and is not really a mixer, but it's still not just the whiskey itself. Or you can add a couple of drops of water to it.
This is definitely something that you can experiment with. And the chances are, whatever you mix it with, it'll be really good.
Well, that's what I would encourage anybody listening or watching to do would be to, if you have a whiskey or bourbon that you like, try it. Next time you bring it out, maybe a couple of drops of water in it. Next time, maybe an ice cube in it. You know, try it different ways and see which way you like it best.
Cold spring water. But anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes of our podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other day we were talking, Mark and I, and he said, "Hey, did you hear the new Terry Brown remix of Distant Early Warning?" And I said, "Terry Brown remix?"
That's a Grace Under Pressure album?
Yes. And for those who don't know who he was the producer for Rush for the first,
So many.
I guess, the first generation of their albums until Signals. That was the last album he was on. And they had a parting of ways because they wanted to get more into the technology, the current technology at the time, synthesizers, electric drums, all that good stuff. So they kind of parted ways, and the first,
which a lot of bands at that time were moving into that electronic sound, the synthesizers.
So what are we
Everybody
talking
was
about?
Kind of experimenting at
Like
that time.
1983?
84.
84?
84. It was
That album
released
came out in 84.
in April
Signals?
of 84. Yeah,
No.
Grace Under Pressure.
Grace Under Pressure. Okay, right.
And
So
there's
Signals at the end of
a whole bunch of stuff about that album. They wanted to get the Steve Lillywhite, who produced Big Jesus. Steve Lillywhite, he did Big Country, and they liked that sound. They wanted him to produce that album. He signed on. At the last minute, no.
yeah.
So he effed him. Mm-hmm. And in Geddy Lee's book, he
yes,
talks
I remember
about that.
that.
He's like, there's only one person that we've ever really said, you're an F, and that was him. And I like his work. I love that production on that Big Country album, the first one. It's great. The drums are burrowing through. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so Lillywhite's out. So they audition all these other producers, and they got, I forgot is it Collins?
I don't know.
I think so, because I remember I was reading and I was just like, oh, Phil Collins?
No, Peter
Yeah,
Collins. Peel Collins?
Peter.
It's a schmeld between Peter and Phil.
So this was
Phil.
their 10th studio album.
Yes.
They had already started with the synthesizers with Signals. And
Well,
I guess,
been
actually, they
around
started
throughout.
with hemispheres in the background, little parts here and
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, here and there.
But it wasn't as prominent as it was with moving pictures. Mm-hmm. Because
Right.
you see the band is progressing more towards that and a fuller sound. So when they're live with the bass pedals and all that stuff. Now, we're looking at it as guys who played the music live. And, these are tools that you use to, I guess, enhance the sound. Because when you're playing live and you have to try to strive to sound like a record. And that's what they did. And as time went on, this stuff crept in more and more and became more prominent to the point where they were like, hey, let's embrace it and go full bore. So Terry Brown was like, I don't think you guys should do that. He was stuck in the, you're a power trio,
Right.
keep going, guitar, bass, and drums, focus on that. And they're like, no, we want to try this out. And he's like, I don't know what I'm doing, basically.
and I'm sure there was somebody in the Van Halen camp saying the same stuff.
Oh, yeah, David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
When Eddie started experimenting with keyboards and he came up with Jump and all of that shit.
But again,
They said they had Jump like in 81. And they just put on, nope, we're not going to do it, And then in 84, I guess they just said, all right, let's do it.
but like everybody else at the time, how long can you keep playing the same old stuff in the same old way? So all this new technology is coming out. They're hearing different sounds, and this is not just them. This is everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
So they're like, whoa, this is cool. Let me do this. And you hear all these artists that were big, like in the 70s, even 60s, are getting influenced by what's going on. Which, when you're an
Absolutely.
artist, you do take that stuff in, and that's part of the art. You progress.
Even a few years prior, you were talking a lot of bands put out their disco songs,
What, like Kiss?
Like Kiss, like the Rolling Stones,
Oh, yeah.
Queen, all these bands, they were just experimenting.
Because it was time to try something different. I guess. There was so much change at that time, too. You have to understand, that's when a lot of the first era of new wave was coming out.
Punk died.
Well, yeah, heavy synthesized music, dance music, so that's what's going on at this period of time.
It's a trend at
Yeah.
this point, and you could follow the trend. And we've had this discussion on the show many, many times before about how bands just progress.
Yeah.
They get influenced by different things, by the scene, by things that are changing around them, and they want to try it themselves.
Yeah.
A lot of fans get mad at them because they're not the same band that I loved when I grew up. Yeah, but people change and evolve, and they want to try different things.
They mature, and they want to try something else.
Or they get sober. You know what I mean? So many things change in a band.
They do. They have a bad trip. Come on, Mark. Get it. Come on.
Okay, I can do it.
You can do it. Anyway, so now we're getting to the point where before they started recording, they were testing the songs on Grace Under Pressure, which we saw at Radio City Music
Yes.
Hall. So it was a rough performance because none of this stuff was recorded, but they were playing these songs live. which later on they released the recordings of those songs, and they're pretty much the same thing. You know, at that point they were rehearsing and getting the songs together before they recorded it, because time is money and money is time. So the sooner you go through the studio, record everything, the more money you save. And that's how they've been doing their stuff for a long time. And,
So flash forward to 2026. What's
Yes.
happening now with Rush?
So, well, let's talk about that.
So what are
They're
they doing?
touring again.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Honoring
see.
Yeah, there's a lot of components to that.
El Jefe.
Yeah,
Go back.
professor.
Go back through our
Professor.
library. El Jefe.
El Tutor.
Go back to through our library, and you can hear us talking about when they announced that they were going to actually do a few dates
Yeah.
with Annika Niles, the drummer that they chose to come in and jam with. And it was very interesting. They also made this announcement. They secured a few dates. Obviously, they sold out at the Garden and various other places. And then
They're going to Europe,
And
South America.
South America.
South America.
That's your people.
Yes.
You know, I think
I like the way they say UK and Europe.
Yeah, well,
Right. Yes.
the unknown kingdom.
Very important distinction. But you know, like
This is
for a long
good.
time, they did not want to carry on without Neil after his passing, and then after a while, they started to kind of jam together.
Well, there was a catalyst involved with this. Ben's favorite band, the Beatles, Paul McCartney,
Right.
Told them.
told them that you guys should keep playing. That's
You
what
should
you
be
do.
playing your
That's what
music.
you do.
Yeah. And so they're like, if Paul McCartney's telling us to do it, maybe we should. So they had projects. Alex Lifeson did Envy of None, and Getty was writing books. But they would go and they'd jam together. And it's funny, if you look at the YouTube promos for the tour and stuff, they're like, yeah, we'd get together and jam on stuff. And we were terrible,
Yeah.
but we were having fun. And then a little seed, like, what if we, do something?
Practiced.
Yeah, it maybe got better.
But
And
I mean,
did it.
really, what do people expect them to do?
They're not carpenters,
Are they going to
you know?
go form a cover band together and just play, old Led Zeppelin and Beatles songs?
Or they were saying maybe we can go out as Lee and Lifeson, or Lifeson and Lee. But they were like, no, we're Rush.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
other thing too. Oh, we're going to go out as Lee and Lifeson or Lifeson and Lee and play all Rush songs. Like,
Yeah.
what are they? Like, there's no sense to any of it. Excuse
Yeah.
me, except to go back out as Rush. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Just like you see a lot of bands, they'll go back out when they're missing like a singer or something, a tribute to, or,
Right.
a night with.
Right?
But it's the same band, except they got one or two new players in there to fill in the holes.
We were going to do
Yeah.
that with Reagan Youth. We were going to go out and do a Reagan Youth set, including songs from the new album, and say a night, in tribute to Reagan Youth, right? But so yeah, I mean, what do people expect them to do? And I love to hear all the backlash of the fans they're like, oh, you can't.
You can do whatever you
They
want.
can do whatever they want.
That's
Yeah.
their band.
And they did. They held back for a long time. They got a nudge from a Beatle, which is that's a huge voice
Yeah.
telling you, but really giving them permission. And then they got back together and they said, you know what? We miss doing this.
Yeah.
How could they not?
It made them happy. That's what you do all your
What
life.
was it?
right?
10 years since their last show?
2015.
Yeah,
Was
10
it?
years. About 10 years.
Wow. I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah.
So that's a long time to not do what you've been doing 40,
All your
50
life.
years before that.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So how many dates?
I didn't count.
It's a long tour.
58 shows across 24 cities.
Wow. That's a European tour for next year?
I think that's the tour now total. So that's
Well,
the
for
whole
this year.
tour.
This
So it's
year.
26 and 27. It's two.
Yeah. Okay.
So now they're going to. I think they're performing 24 songs over 13 countries for this year.
That's pretty incredible. It's pretty
And they're
incredible.
old.
And the first few dates that they did at the Garden and wherever else, I know they did a bunch of like 8 shows or something like that. That was a test run for them. Can we still do this at our advanced age, right?
Yeah.
And I think it felt good enough that they were like, okay, let's do 60 dates
Yeah.
in Europe and South America. It's
Yeah.
the same thing as
It's
doing
like-
8 dates in New York.
Like they were saying, we're going to places that we like to go to and places that we haven't been. Like Poland. They're going to Poland. They're going to play, what, Krakow?
Now,
Let's
traditionally,
see. Poland. Yeah. Krakow.
from what I understand from listening to Getty's book, they weren't big on going out of the country, right?
Yeah.
Or they would do the United States and Canada, but they weren't big on going overseas or South America.
No, they go to the UK, maybe some European dates. That's it.
That's it, right? So this is a big step for them too, because they're kind of stepping a little out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Regardless,
But they could have been big in Japan.
in addition, right, and Brazil. And in addition to stepping out of their comfort zone, now playing together with a different drummer, now they're going to be probably doing things that they didn't do much.
They're also adding a keyboard player.
Right, which is really cool because it's like, why should Getty have to do all of that
Yeah,
stuff?
to alleviate some of the. But he's still going to do some work.
He'll still do some of
Some of the things that is standard, like subdivisions and all that he wants to play, but the background stuff, he's passing that over. Yeah. So in South America, mainly they're staying in Brazil, and
it. Are they adding any other
Argentina.
musicians? Besides,
As far as I know,
Keyboard
no,
player
keyboard.
and a drummer so
Okay,
far.
so no other guitar player or anything
No.
like that?
No.
Okay.
But
Well, that's awesome news.
yeah, but that music tends to lend itself to one guitarist.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
but sometimes,
if you had to play the chords over the bridge parts, but
But
I
that's
mean
what
the
I'm saying.
solo parts. But even then, it's just not.
if you go back to our studio discussions, you do a lot of stuff in the studio you're not going to do live, or you can't do live. You have to figure out how we're going to do this live. Because we added some keys.
That's
here.
why I
we
like
doubled the guitars. We
I
tripled
like
the guitars.
them because they nailed whatever they did in the studio
Yes.
live.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
was one of the biggest attractions to me to them, was that they played it right off the album.
And they did
live.
it without all of the help that musicians and bands have today.
Yeah.
Without all of the extra stuff that they can bring on stage that nobody even knows about. They did it before all of that stuff was available.
Yeah. So now the main
No one
topic.
knows about. What's the lyric? No one knows about.
That's Red Barchetta.
Oh, thank you.
My uncle has a country.
place that no one knows about.
Thanks,
Ben
thanks
has
for joining us,
Ben has a ugly place
Trying to
no one
figure-
wants to know
Trying to
about.
figure out what the hell you're talking about.
Red Barchimba.
All right, very good. So,
But so now we're going to talk about the remix. Terry
is that what
Brown.
we're going to do now? You're driving the boat now?
Well, we're just going to circle back instead of circle jerk.
Well, we already went in depth about Terry Brown.
Well-
What's
Yeah.
happening now?
I'm setting it up because with the reissues of the remix of the albums that they've celebrated, like 30-year anniversaries, he's been doing the remixes of live performances that correspond with the album. Let's say Permanent Waves, that tour, he remixed the live stuff. This is the first time he's remixing the studio stuff. So there's a difference in the Grace Under Pressure thing. So
right,
they're
because
releasing,
the other albums he produced.
yeah.
Okay.
They're releasing the remastered and remixed. So there's a difference between
40th anniversary.
yes, remastered and remixed. Remix is where you're getting the original and you're changing the tonality.
I thought that was remastering.
Remastering is you're updating the actual.
Well,
I thought remastering was the master and you're just tweaking it. Remixing is you're going in and changing stuff.
you're going in and changing levels of drums or guitars or
That's
bass or
remixing.
vocals. That's
That's remixing?
Right.
Yeah.
Remastering is when you take the entire thing and you tweak it sonically so that
So
it sounds better.
it's
and
either
it
louder
it's
or-
louder,
yeah.
right? Yeah, and you pull down.
Oh, I thought you
certain
could still
things.
tweak little things here and there.
That's
Not in the remastered.
that's
No?
a remix.
Oh, okay.
That's a different process.
Yep. So anyway, so that's where we are with this. Now, this is the first time that he's actually remixing a studio album that
He
number
didn't
one
record.
he didn't
Easy for you to say.
record on. Thank you. Stupid Japanese whiskey, tongue tying whiskey.
It's
It's good.
Good.
All right. So, do you want to hear that song?
yeah.
Let's
All right.
hear it.
Let's hear that song. Now,
You want to play the original first?
Yeah,
And
you
then
wanna
play the
AB
other one
it?
so we can hear.
okay, let's do that. Let me.
For some of us, it's been years since we heard the
I did
original.
the AB on YouTube. right? And I listened back and forth, and the differences are subtle, but impactful, in my opinion.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the way he did his thing, it just changes the overall sound.
Because this remixing, remastering thing has been going on for a long time, and a lot of bands are putting out remasters. Anytime you go into a streaming service, you can find multiple versions of an album because they've remastered it. Not necessarily remixed as much as I've seen, but I've seen a lot of remastering.
Yeah.
Now, actually, you might be correct, because sometimes I'll hear a song that's been remastered and I hear things that I didn't hear before. Maybe because it was brought up in the mastering process. Maybe it was never there. I don't know. But sometimes it sounds weird and I don't like it.
Yeah, because you're used to hearing it as it was originally released.
Right. And if you remaster something, do you want to change it completely? Or if you remix something, do you want to change it completely? You could.
Okay, so we're going to listen to...
I always thought that remixing is...
This is the remaster.
And you pull the bass all the way down.
Yeah, you do this, and then you got to recompile it, reset it, redo it, and out it goes. And remastering is taking what was the final product and tweaking that.
Yeah. That's right.
That's what we said?
Yeah, that's what we said an hour ago.
Because what did I say something different?
Because when we're mixing, I can say, listen, I want the kick drum a little bit softer in this passage. The snare drum I can't hear. Can we bring it up? And then the producer will say, fuck you. You know, I'm doing this. Or, you know,
yeah, okay,
the
and
vocals,
then not do it.
The vocals need to come down. The guitar needs to come up. You know, whatever. That's the mix. Right?
So this is Distant Early Warning, as we're used to hearing it.
A master, one of the things the master does the most is bringing up the level of the entire song so that it's up to standards. And
of today, because you listen to an old CD, it's just like, it sounds just like this. How you doing? And you put a modern CD, whoa, yeah, what's happening?
That's
years
been
ago.
Remastered, yeah.
And I've heard producers talking about the fact that years ago, each big band that would go to record would push the levels up higher and higher, and it almost became like a competition between these big bands.
All right, you hear the low end, and the keyboard is very pronounced.
What is this one?
This is the original?
Yeah.
I hear the bass a lot.
Rising across the cities of the plain. There's no swimming in the heavy water, no singing in
Very
the
angular guitar.
Getty sounds like a girl.
A lot of delay
Yeah.
on his voice.
I can actually hear Getty's haircut in this version.
Yeah. Now, listen to the snare drum, how it snaps. It's tight, tinny, snappy.
This was one of my least favorite drum sounds of the albums that I enjoyed.
But I bring that up so we compare it to the other mix.
But I also think that that was a product of the time, and drums were going into almost a more, they almost sound electronic.
Yeah.
With a lot of effect on it.
A lot of compression.
Yeah.
And you also hear the little percussive things he's doing.
Yeah, that one, whatever the hell it was.
The bass is in the back of the mix. The guitar is very, how can I put it, cloudy. Not cloudy, but fluffy.
There's a lot of high mids in the bass, too. Because they wanted, I guess, to cut through with all he was doing on the bass.
The low end of the pedals.
Yeah, the pedals.
Bass
going
pedals,
on,
yeah.
Right. But plus, Getty is doing a lot of stuff on the bass.
He's also cooking and walking his dog at the same time.
All right, let's hear the remix.
Okay, listen to the remix.
It's good.
Bring him up a little bit of the remix.
It's a good song. I don't want to talk about the video, but it's a good song.
Well, the video, that's a different
The video was awful.
Yep. Okay. Distant Early Warning, 2026 Terry Brown. Here we go.
Oh, what a difference.
Listen to the bass. It's more pronounced.
So are the drums.
Yeah.
The drums cut through really nicely. Yeah, they sound much better.
Yeah. Wow, that fill, it comes out clean. And again,
And the
keys
synths are in the background.
Yeah. Which I think is good. They don't overpower the song.
It sounds slicker. It sounds smoother. Everything seems to fit better together.
Ben's a jerk.
Especially listen to this on headphones if you can.
Yeah.
To listen to the difference. It's much easier.
Yeah. I like actually listening to the two. I think I like this one better. The drums are more pronounced. And you hear the cymbals more.
Here's where the drums sound weird.
The snare drum sounds fat.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it did in the other version.
I don't know. To me, it's lacking that snap. Reminds me of Signals. But you hear a lot of the cymbals. Guitar.
Cruising under your radar.
Cruising under Ben's nostrils.
Booger alert.
Ben's a jerk.
Booger alert.
Ben's a jerk. Of sausage. That's a new lyric he put in.
I think our listeners and viewers are going to have a hard time listening to the differences.
Well, we're just pointing them in the right direction. We can't give them their own opinion, so we give them pointers.
I like the way the drums sound. I'm partial to that.
It's more pronounced in the mix.
But everything,
They're
I think,
more up front.
I think as far as frequencies go, I think everything fits together nicer.
Yeah.
Here, because
I have
that's
to
a big
give you
part
that.
of
Yep.
when you're mixing, a big part of is EQing everything individually, but then also making sure everything is EQ'd so that everything gets a place on the stage and nothing's getting buried by anything else.
But you hear the panning of the guitars on one side, the bass is on the other, in the mix.
Yeah. And that's why it's great to listen on headphones.
Yeah, because you can definitely hear sonically everything individually better.
It does sound better.
Yeah, the bass
I
is
really
better.
like this version better.
You hear his bass lines are cleaner in
Yeah.
the mix, more pronounced. And the drums definitely come out more. Hear the cymbals, the crash.
Why wouldn't you want the drums to be heard? And
Especially during the solo, because now you're focusing on the music itself and the rhythm section. So you need those drums to come out so it fills that gap where there's no rhythm guitar and then he's just doing his solos, but it's full. And in this mix, it sounds fuller and better.
I also want to say that I feel like the vocals are pulled back a little bit
Yeah.
as well, which is good. Overall, it mixes better. The vocals aren't on top of everything else. They kind of fit nicely within everything else.
I think one little thing I would have done is the cymbals sound great, but they resonate too long. He's letting the sound waves like die naturally,
Right.
but we're used to just listening to the other mix.
Depends on the cymbal. It depends on the room mics.
Yeah, so
How much
I gotta
room is
say,
in
I
the
do
mix?
like that. Terry Brown did good.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Yep.
You know, I like when producers get a really great room sound because that adds the the natural ambience, the natural reverb, as opposed to adding reverb to the drums or the guitars.
Yeah.
If you can get a great room sound on a drum set, then you don't need to really enhance it all that much.
Yeah, but overall, what do you give it as a rating 1 through 5? Ben, you go first.
Oh, I would probably say a 4.
Okay.
I'm going to say a 4.5.
I'd say a 4.5. Yep, that's fair. You know, it's not overly reinventing the wheel, but it's a different perspective on that music, and that's his style. And you know, he's the 3-piece power trio producer guy. So yeah, I like it. I'd like to hear what he did with the rest of the album, which is coming out tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we're a day early, but we got you all.
You could pre-order it for $2.99.
$2.99. How wonderful!
The album?
There is so much stuff in that album.
Oh,
The deluxe?
Tell us, Ben.
I don't know what it is, but I just thought it was expensive. I didn't know if we wanted the whole thing.
$300 or something?
What does it come with? Including one super deluxe.
$300? I thought you meant $3.
No.
I was like, Resh is doing something revolutionary.
One super
$3.
deluxe 4 CD and 2 Blu-ray, 2 super deluxe edition 5 LP and
You want to
Blu-ray,
take that again, Big Cat?
super deluxe digital edition, Dolby Atmos digital edition,
Doubly?
and Grace Under Pressure tour live in Toronto 1984 at Video DSPs.
Okay, so now
To get the whole thing.
Atmos is a big deal, right? To mix in Atmos is a big deal.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, I'm going to tell you if you don't
Please.
shut up for a
I
second.
am. Well, go for it.
You're surrounded
I'm
by
waiting.
speakers,
Okay.
and you're able to place the band all around like a surround sound
Yeah.
instead of just on a stage in front of you left to right.
So you're actually getting immersed in the song.
Yeah, so
That's
I can
pretty
imagine.
cool.
I would like
Yeah.
to hear that on headphones as well.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh, now you understand it? It's-
Yeah, no, it brought up something,
This is
but I
all
can't
Mr.
say anything.
This is all Mr. Computer has to say. Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Well, I was going to say something that brought my whole mood down because I know you guys would shoot me down, so I'm not going to bring it up.
then why'd you bring it up?
All right, go ahead.
Because I'd
Bring it
like
up.
to bring it up because it's about Scott Walker.
Okay.
Who the
Exactly.
Okay.
So Scott Walker was a big artist in the late 60s, mid 60s, late 60s.
Butch Walker's dad?
Yes. And then he just disappeared, came back, disappeared, and then just
He went on
Went
the
from-
dark side.
He was a big
A crooner.
antiquer, you know.
a crooner to an avant-garde artist where he just went and he brought up a great point. The mixing an album that's
Who brought up? He's not here anymore. Who brought up?
he passed. He brought up a good point.
Did he disappear and come
Before he
back
died.
again?
Before he died, he was listening to an album, and they were in the studio, and he says there were the big speakers and the little speakers, and they're blasting on the big speakers, and the guy who's talking is the recording engineer and producing it, and he was just like, do you mind if we put on the small speakers, because he really didn't like the music. It was really off the wall stuff. I like it. And Scott agrees, says, okay, let's put on the small speakers. And this is the point that I thought was fascinating. Halfway through, he says, would you mind putting it back on the big speakers? And the guy just looks and says, okay. He goes, because I want to hear it the way I wanted it recorded, because I'm never going to listen to this album ever again. I want to walk out of here with that feeling, because it's done. I'm on to the next project. And I was like, holy crap. I never heard anybody say that.
Right.
You know, he's never going to play. And then, you know, they were interviewing him after that record. You know, he has since passed, and he's just talk about it. Uh-oh.
What happened?
The SD card is full. I formatted it before we started recording.
The STD card is full.
I absolutely did.
The
Do we have another card?
Is the video?
Yeah, we do
still
have
good?
another card.
Do we know where we ended? I fucking blew it with Scott Walker.
Yeah, you fucked up the show.
Is that still recording?
Yeah,
be.
that's so we still have the audio,
Yes.
Yes, we still have the audio.
so we'll be okay.
Okay.
Good job though, catching that. Fucking Ben.
But that I found amazing. So on this record, he has a guy doing the Rocky. He's punching meat. And now when I listen to it,
You're gonna hear the meat.
you
back?
can hear, and he's
So
like,
he's
no,
beat-
no,
he's beating
no.
his meat?
Yeah, he's telling the guy, he says, stop. You're in time. just hit. Don't worry, just hit. And feel a rhythm. We'll make it work. I was like, holy crap. And it's just so offbeat, so everything. It's really, really cool. And then he had a donkey on the song.
What are you talking? I
Scott Walker.
zoned out, and when I came back to the story, I'm hearing donkey. Is that really Butch Walker's father?
No.
Oh,
No, it's bad father.
because Butch Walker's father was a big antiquer, and he would go and find these things. And Butch Walker was able to get a lunch date with his father with one of the American Pickers, which was his dad's favorite show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he brought his dad to lunch with the guy from the American Pickers.
The one who died or the one who's still alive?
I think
they're both dead.
I think it's the one that died.
No.
No,
the
one is still alive.
Still alive.
Oh, no,
the
no.
original two.
Butch Walker's dad and the guy he met, both are dead.
He's got a very nice studio in Nashville.
Yeah, Ruby
Too
Red.
bad that Butch Walker didn't die. His father could have lived
He
longer.
I watched
is
it.
now Train.
Yeah.
He's now what?
He's in Train.
Who cares?
No one.
So, they,
Is he?
Can I tell you a Train story? And
I
Butch
No.
Walker?
watched, well, let me
No.
just interject. I watched a video where he took a tour. He took this guy on a tour of his
Yes.
studio.
That's
And I-
really cool.
And I like him even less now. After
I
watching
like
that
this.
video.
There's this place there you can sit down and write your lyrics if you want, nice comfortable chair, and we just bring a mic over and you can sing.
Wow.
It's awesome.
There's a place in Manhattan. I can't remember the name of it. Something with a B, the something house, named after a guy. It's 3 floors. It's this big warehouse. There's a living floor, a living area on one of the floors, and they have these mobile racks that you can move anywhere on the floor and digitally connect to the main console.
Oh, wow.
So if you're sleeping, you wake up
Nice.
in the middle of the night, you're like, I want to wait, and you plug your guitar into this thing, you connect with the main console, and you could record anything from anywhere in this 3-story
Wow, that's cool.
building.
Sweet.
If you're interested in anything like, even if you're not, it's such a cool video because the place is incredible.
So what's this video called? Or
I will text it to you because I have it in my list of videos that I want to watch again.
or
But
wait,
it's-
look in the camera. Look in the camera. He'll put a link on it on the YouTube page so you can check it out.
Put a link on it.
we're going to put a link on it. So we're going to continue the show
Yes.
as long as. Well, actually, we're going to take a little bit of a break.
Really?
No, not really. You guys stay put.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll tell you my Butch Walker story.
Ay, ay, ay.
We go to see Train at the Westbury Music Fair. And Butch Walker's opening up for them. I guess he produced one of their records, wrote some songs with them, blah, blah, blah. So he's done with like the second or third song and says, hey, everybody, I'm Butch Walker. I just want to know how many people, came out here to see me. I was like, woo! He was like, thank you.
How much did you get paid for that?
$25.
There you go. So now we're going to change gears again.
Can we do one show without talking about Butch Walker?
No.
It's inevitable. It always
No.
happens. It's like Ben
No.
fucking something up. It
Yeah.
always happens.
Well,
So we're going to change gears. I hate to cut it down, but we're going to talk about something that we've talked about every year without fail, and we're always disappointed for the most part. This year, no exception.
Well, we're going to do that at the end. Didn't you say you're going to
there's
do
so
that at
much
the end?
more interesting stuff we
Yeah.
can talk.
Like what? The Metallica fiasco?
No, well, we just finished talking about Rush, where
Yeah.
it's not a full band anymore.
Right.
So why don't we talk about another band that's not a full band anymore, Queensryche or Van Halen?
Okay, so now let's go with Van Halen because that's
Van
interesting.
Halen, yes.
Because before Eddie died, he
This
had a
is
ton
nasty,
of
yeah.
stuff that they recorded. And basically, him and Al would record a lot of stuff together. Now, I'm not sure what Eddie left behind, and I'm not sure if Wolfgang went through it, or I'm not
Who knows?
sure.
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know.
But it's very interesting that Alex was saying that they're going to have a new Van Halen album.
Right.
And at first people were like, what the hell? Who's singing? Who sang on it? Who played, bass on it? What's it? A lot of mystery. People are asking. So basically, they're getting another vocalist and another guitar player.
But it's
Well,
not
no.
recorded now.
We don't know about another guitar player yet.
Well, they said
Yes, we do.
Steve
do.
Luthica has been hired to
I guess,
Lukather.
fill in Lukather.
Lukather.
Not Lucifer.
How do you spell it?
Lukather.
Lukather.
They call him Luke.
The guy from Toto.
Scroll.
Roseanne.
That's what I was saying to you.
Michael
and I thought
Jackson,
it was him,
all
but I
those.
wasn't
It
sure.
is. And
So-
he was good friends with Eddie.
He said he's not playing guitar. He's screaming out at everybody, I am not playing guitar. I'm just helping him produce and put things together.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
with that said, people like, who's going to sing? So, Alex said, David, Sammy, Gary, fuck off.
Of course. That's what I would. Listen, if
You're not doing nothing.
If you have heard David Lee Roth in the last 5 years,
Yikes.
you would never even bring his name up. Sammy could still sing. Gary can still sing, right? But I guess Alex doesn't want to go back.
No.
And good for him.
I'm sure this is a very important album for him, the Farewell Van Halen album.
Yes. And some people are saying, you know what? Don't ruin it. No singer. Let him just play guitar and put that out.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good perspective. But what about this? If you're Alex Van Halen and these songs are structured not like a Steve Vai
Right,
instrumental.
like an instrumental, it
They're
may not work.
structured as a chorus and this and that, a verse
Right.
part, chorus, verse, chorus, solo, verse.
But
Right.
here's some,
So now you got to be very careful because if these are just guitar riffs and songs, even if they're completed and completely written,
It's
like you
a
said,
song with a format versus an instrumental, which is geared to.
it's not like
It's not.
It's not like
Right, right,
Dave
right, right,
created
right.
lyrics and
No.
Dave created a melody to sing along with it, and it got lost.
It's
and it
like
got
as if the
postponed.
three of us got together, wrote a song, and then Ben died, and we're happy. I mean, and we're going to promote
Why?
the album.
Right, and we slid the bass fader all the way down.
Yeah. And then we
What is this, Injustice for All?
We re-recorded the bass lines, so they would be
nobody will know.
good. Nobody will know.
remember
but-
re-recording bass lines.
Remember, we're playing the song in a structure of a song that's going to have vocals
That
on
should
it.
have vocals, yeah.
When you do an instrumental, there's no vocals in it.
What
and
if
you
the
don't have to
riffs-
worry about
What if
no,
the riffs
just-
are so good that they don't need?
But the
lyrics?
voice is an instrument. So,
Not David Lee Roth's, not anymore.
That's an instrument of mass destruction.
and speaking about another singer that declined, my favorite singer in the world. Oh,
Pink.
I will never ever want to see him in concert
him?
again.
Really? Really? Why?
Paul Rogers.
Oh, right, he declined. Right,
He
they asked him.
declined. He asked me. This
Oh,
is
I
so
thought
cool.
you were gonna talk about-
He goes, thanks to Van Halen for inviting me to work on the track with them, but I am in my acoustic Zen phase of life. I'm out of here. That's a nice way of saying I don't want to work with you, or
I can't do
he
that.
just
shit.
doesn't want to do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there might be a lot of reasons. He didn't
Who's
specifically
your-
say that he don't want to work with them. I mean, it's Alex,
Yeah.
basically, and I'm sure Wolfgang will play bass or something like that.
Why doesn't Wolfgang sing? He could sing.
Why doesn't Wolfgang sing? Why doesn't Wolfgang play guitar?
Well, because he doesn't want it to be a Wolfgang album. He wants it to be a Van Halen album.
I don't think Wolfgang's at the point where he could co-opt this album and it becomes a Wolfgang album. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't think he's reached
No.
that height yet.
But he's awesome. I have
no
to say.
offense. No offense to Wolfgang. He's great.
Yeah.
And the quote from Michael Anthony was, if they wanted to do it justice, the best idea would be to just finish it up as a great instrumental nod to Eddie. So maybe he's
That's a
heard
different
it.
perspective too.
Maybe he's heard it and he knows that it's not songs. Maybe that's
Yeah,
the first thing
a
I
lot
got
of
from that
maybes
one.
on that.
Yeah.
But that's where it's at. We're going to wait and see how that develops, but it'll be interesting nonetheless either way. But you were talking about another band.
Queensryche.
Okay, so
So,
what's going on?
bass lines.
Wait. Which Queensryche are we talking about?
Oh, so
I'm
Jeff
gonna
Tate.
guess. Yeah, Jeff Tate's.
Jeff
Queen.
Tate separated from the band, and it was really nasty. I didn't know it was this bad that they actually went fisticuffs backstage, and that was the end. Queensryche fired Jeff Tate, his wife, and his daughter because
Please
they were
stop
running mad.
smacking the
I know.
board.
It's just a,
Fired his daughter?
Fired his daughter.
Ah, that's rough.
The whole family is out. So
He
after
must have really been an asshole to them guys.
Well, there were
after a
financial
ball-
improprieties because his wife was a manager, Other family members were
It could have been
in charge of the books.
a little stuffy.
Why do people do that?
Because they think they can.
So I don't know much about that, but it could be the reason. But nonetheless, after the legal sediment hit to the bottom of the bottle, the band retained the name Queensryche. Jeff Tate, yes.
Hello? Ben, is that you?
Hello?
Hello? Mind crime.
Hang up, it's Ben. Don't answer it.
Jeff Tate.
Call is coming from in the house.
Will you accept the charges for
Jeff
the collect call
Tate
from Ben?
now owns Operation
I'm ready to go home
Mind
from the mall. Pick me up.
Don't pick up, but if it rings twice, I made it home okay. If it rings once, I didn't.
No, make a collect call. That's what we used to do.
Ben,
You
you were
collect
too-
call.
Ben
and
was
while
too
the
poor to make a
operator was
collect
on the
call.
line, you'd be like, all right, come pick me up.
Will you accept the collect call from Ben? Oh, Mom, I'll be there at 5:30. Okay, bye. And then the operator would say, you cheap, miserable fuck.
They can't say anything. You hung up.
I'll give you 5 cents for the call, you ass.
I'm sure after a little while, the phone company closed that loophole, right? So when the operator
No, they
was on,
just closed his loophole.
you couldn't talk to each other.
No.
Yeah, it was mute.
Kind of like we should do with you. Mute. Well, let me tell you about Butch Walker. Really, Ben? Click.
Good, man.
So we have Operation Mindcrime. Jeff Tate owns that.
Right.
So the band Queensryche, I don't even think they could play any songs from Operation Mindcrime. I'm not 100% positive about that. But I know they can't advertise Operation Mindcrime without paying Jeff Tate. So he owns that. So it was their third studio album. I always say it's their fourth album, called Operation Mindcrime. It's in 1987. And this was like the make or break album for them. You know, they just released a couple of good albums, had a couple of big hits on MTV, but it was time to either sink or swim. And they worked on Operation Mindcrime. One of the negative things that Jeff Tate said about recording this was every day he went in and they had it staged out. You're going to sing this song, and this song. And he said, I don't want to sing those songs. But he did it. It was his baby. Him and Chris DeGarmo really talked about drugs and all this
Why
stuff.
was
and
it important for them to be in that kind of...
Because it was so strict. They just wanted to, they got to get this song, and they got to put the albums together. It's got to be done. We got a really strict timeline. We got to do it.
Right. So you set up the itinerary. There's no debate, no discussion, no time wasted.
That's what he said. This is what we got to do. It becomes...
Their biggest record.
One of the biggest albums, and probably considered one of the greatest concept albums. So we fast forward, many years go by.
Their first concept album.
Their first concept album. Next album,
No, I
Empire.
meant the first concept album ever recorded.
No, it wasn't.
No,
that.
their first concept.
Their first
Yes.
concept.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So we keep on going, and now they release a couple of the albums. First album after Operation Mindcrime does very well, and blah blah blah.
Empire?
Empire. So now all of a sudden,
But not as good as Mindcrime.
No.
it was much better. Had almost top 10 hit.
Yeah.
Silent Lucidity.
Silent Lucy.
Silent Lucy. And so on and so forth. Years go on, and then all of a sudden there's talk Operation Mindcrime 2.
But creatively, you would think Mindcrime is probably their best album.
I would I think Rage for Order is their best
Yeah, I
album.
thought Rage for Order was one of the best albums.
So would you
It's the
say
quality of
further
all the
on,
songs.
But creatively, would you say that?
Promised Land is a really good album.
But
that's the last one
creatively,
to
would you
Garmo,
say Queensryche's greatest concept album is Operation Mindcrime?
No, Operation Mindcrime 3. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Can I
Operation
just
Mindcrime
interrupt
2.
with yikes.
Okay.
Wait,
Operation Mindcrime 2.
Wait. Now,
Operation Mindcrime 2.
for me, when Chris DeGarmo left, that band
ended.
died. Yeah.
That was it. So that also brings us up to Operation Mindcrime 2. So now we have this.
So now
the
that
concept
brings
comes
up
back.
the ship of Theseus mind experiment, which you have a ship, the ship of Theseus. After years and years and years, the boards begin to rot. You start replacing the boards. After a while, you have replaced every piece of wood on the ship.
Is it still?
Is it still the same
level?
ship? It is. Queensryche, Chris DeGarmo leaves. The rest of the guys go on without Jeff Tate. Jeff Tate forms his own Queensryche, which is the real Queensryche.
Has this happened with
it's
other
so
bands?
weird because they're both touring.
And they're both using the name. But
Yeah.
it's Jeff Tate now. It's not Queensryche.
Now it's Jeff Tate's Operation Mindcrime.
versus
And the other one is
Queensryche.
Queensryche.
That's the name of the band, Jeff Tate's Operation Mindcrime.
Or just Jeff Tate.
Don't know if that's
okay.
the actual official name, but that's how he's been touring.
Okay.
Jeff Tate's
That's
Operation
how they're
Mindcrime.
billing the band. Okay.
So, Operation Mindcrime 2. Great concept and all this stuff. First, Operation Mindcrime is life through the main character of Nikki, who's a drug addict who's being trained to kill these people, hired by this guy called Dr. X. Operation Mindcrime
Like
2.
a Manchurian Candidate type
Yes,
of
sort of.
thing. Sleeper cell activated by words.
By
whatever.
words and all that.
Like the Winter Soldier
Yes.
in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay,
Whatever.
let's go.
Look at you.
Okay,
Holy
so Operation
I'm
Mindcrime
firing
2.
on all cylinders now, man. I'm back, baby.
Operation Mindcrime 2. Again, it's from Nikki's point of view, but now Nikki's coming out of jail.
Okay.
So, this was like one of the last straws on the camel's back for this band. Jeff Tate, the new guitarist Mike Stone. That's it. Those are the only people that showed up for the recordings. The bass player. He went. Yeah. You want to know why he went? Take a guess.
Donuts and coffee?
Maybe.
Free food,
Maybe.
free gas.
To learn the bass lines. He had to learn the bass. Because they hired some studio guy
okay,
to play bass.
So Jeff
a studio
Tate,
guy to play drums.
Jeff Tate says, we're doing Operation Mindcrime 2.
And the band's like,
the
yeah,
rest
go
of the
for
band's
it.
like, no, we ain't. And then Jeff Tate's like, yeah, that's what we're doing as a band.
Mike Wilton, the other guitar player, who I thought, him and Chris DeGarmo, I thought they were phenomenal together.
Yeah,
it
they
almost
were.
reminds me of KK and the other guy,
Dowling?
Tipton. KK Dowling and
Dowling
Tipton. KK Tipton.
Which, by the way, KK is still touring. But
Yeah,
anyway, go ahead.
where one was extremely melodic, the other one was just roaring your face, but damn good.
Yeah, like
and they would
Killjoy,
just play,
like Tiny and Dan.
So, allegedly, Mike Wilton
No,
came
vocally,
down.
the two of them were very different. Dan was a hardcore vocalist. Tiny was a death metal vocalist. So really, they played back and forth, and their styles on guitar were different.
Yeah,
too.
different.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Nice. Allegedly, Mike Wilton did record guitar parts, scratched them all out, and re-recorded them.
Wow.
Yeah, so that must have been rough. I go to see Queensryche. This is with Jeff Tate still in the band.
Okay.
And it's all the members except Chris DeGarmo, replaced by Mike Stone.
At Westbury.
No, at the Palladium in New York City on 44th Street and Broadway or 7th
Yeah,
Avenue.
Do you have their phone number?
Yes, I do. 777
Anyway,
Website?
123 on me.
www.
23oops.com. So, Operation Mindcrime comes on. And I'm like, it's not right. They're just playing it, muscle memory, and it's just going. Operation Mindcrime 2 comes on. Totally different band. Totally different band. I'm like, oh my God. And knowing what I know now and seeing that band play so great, Operation Mindcrime 2, makes me wonder, wow, they really studied their parts to play this because they gelled. The first part of the show, Operation Mindcrime 1, nothing.
now this is
boring.
the real Queensryche when they were all together.
They were all together. Jeff Tate
because-
singing.
Talk about the time we went to see
went to see
Operation
them at
Mindcrime
Westbury.
at Jones Beach. No, at Jones Beach.
Oh, all right.
Operation Mindcrime. They played the whole album start to finish,
We saw them at Jones Beach.
and it sounded phenomenal.
I thought it was at Nassau Coliseum.
Was it a Nassau
Yeah.
Coliseum? I feel like it was at Jones Beach. But they played the album in its entirety, and it
They were
sounded just like
amazing.
the record.
Amazing. I saw them open up for Metallica and Justice for All tour.
Right.
Amazing.
Can we get some
Guys
Rage for
were.
Order?
Yes, but
Duragel.
It's a great song.
So,
I was at a friend's birthday party, and we were hanging around with some musician friends and people that we've gone on tour with and stuff. And in the background, he had music playing on his Sonos system, right? And the camera eye came up, and we were all like geeking out to it. We were like, it sounds so amazing. I can't, because you hear stuff that you haven't listened to in a while, and you just like reconnect. And this came on after that. And we were like,
this is such a great song.
Album is a great
I love this album. This is my favorite album of theirs, hands down.
And so that's what I've been listening to. Like, you know, it kind of stuck with me, so I stayed and I was listening to this
garbage
album.
cans and stuff, they crashing together and all this stuff. Yeah, it's all so cool.
Love this album.
Now, Operation Mindcrime 3. Jeff Tate has been touring. He's been playing Operation Mindcrime 1 and 2 in its entirety, all this stuff. And he's been sending songs to a producer.
I'm going to have to listen to Mindcrime too.
It's a tough sell,
yeah,
but it's really, really good. There is something that maybe we'll play after this, but you know who Dr. X is in Operation Mindcrime 2?
Of course.
Who is it?
It's Lily.
Lily White Lilith?
No, I don't know.
He stands this tall.
Ronnie James Dio.
Ronnie James fucking Dio. It's amazing. Those two singing together, Jeff Tate and Dio.
Are you being serious right now?
100%.
On Mindcrime 2?
Mindcrime 2.
All right.
I gotta listen to that.
That's good. That's good.
It's called The Chase.
Wow. You know, I never knew that. That's crazy.
What, the song was called The Chase?
No, that Ronnie James Dio appeared on Mindcrime 2. So, go ahead.
He just starts. The song
get to the meat and potatoes
and boom,
of
he
this
hits it. So to 3, Jeff Tate's been writing all these songs, and the producer's like, oh, you want to do Operation Mindcrime 3? All right. So he sends him a song, and the guy's like, oh, shit. Dude, this is really good. He goes, okay, I got another one for you.
What song was that with Dio on it?
I think it was The Chase.
Yeah, that's him.
Is that right now? So he keeps on sending him all these songs. And it's just like, this is absolutely amazing, man. So 85% of the album's done. But I think it might be like this one, where the songs are independent songs, not like Operation Mindcrime 1, where it's a whole story. That's what the big difference is between the two, in my opinion. Because there's a lot of good songs on here, but sometimes they don't flow into each other as nicely. Listen to the harmonies, man.
Ronnie James Dio cannot sing. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Don't say, I wish he would grow up. It's not nice either, because he's dead. Vivian Campbell killed him.
Yeah.
Yes, in his sleep.
So I am looking forward to Operation Mindcrime 3. Listening to Operation Mindcrime 2, I'm like, oh, you know, these are good songs, but I don't like it as much as I like Operation Mindcrime.
I want to be clear.
I don't like it as much either, but I also don't like the fact that as soon as Dio started singing, Ben started talking. But I'm going to give this a listen.
But
separate.
This album was with the original Queensryche lineup?
Yes.
Okay. The original without Chris Sagarmo.
Without Chris Sagarmo, but nobody played on it except for Jeff Tate and the new guitarist Mike Stone.
But they wrote
the band.
But they wrote it.
No. Jeff Tate did it all.
Oh, wow.
So it's a Jeff Tate
That's
album.
why Jeff Tate wanted to.
Well, that's, you know, listen, maybe he should have put it out as a solo record. You know
But then
what I mean?
he couldn't really do it because
But he was in the band.
Operation Mindcrime 2 without Queensryche, but it's Jeff Tate. That would have been really messed up.
But if you want to go in this direction and the whole band is not behind
That's
you
not
with
cool.
it, that's a rough way to go. But, you know, props to him. He did it.
Yeah.
And believe it or not.
And he got Dio on board.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Rob Halford sings back.
it was like,
I got to say, from what I'm hearing right now, I don't like it. But I'm going to listen to it just out of curiosity.
you had to listen to it a couple of times. And it's like, okay. And then you get into it.
Yeah.
Like, this is really cool. But the guitars are missing, missing that Chris Sagarmo solo.
I think it's all missing Queensryche.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the drums.
That's kind
the
of what
bass,
it feels like.
The guitars.
Yeah, everything is just kind of like mid. But I don't want to say that having listened to 5 seconds of it and with us talking.
Well, Ben talking. Ruin the show. Thank you.
All right, so when is this Minecraft 3 coming out?
We don't know.
And who's going to be on it?
We don't know.
So this is just rumored.
Even the first song, I'm American. It's perfect for today. You want to play that song? Play that song.
Yeah, but so was Minecraft the first one when it came out. At the time it came out, it was perfect for the time it came out.
So it begins with the guard saying, "Hooray for you, convict! You're free now." And then this song comes on.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's something definitely to keep an eye on.
So now we wait for Operation Mindcrime 3.
Or not.
And we'll see. But Operation Mindcrime 2 was even sold more on the first, in its debut, than Operation Mindcrime 1. So people were really expecting a great album. I forgot what it came in as.
What year did 2 come out?
2006.
Okay.
And the first one came out in 98.
87. Minecraft?
No, 88.
Oh.
Wow.
Little gap in time there.
Yeah,
you have to
sometimes
wait for
you don't realize
something
it.
to breathe.
Because you're talking about bands that were big in the 80s or even the 70s.
Well, look at Boston, the first album, then the second, and then 50 years between that and the third.
It's just like Reagan Youth. They put
Here
out
it
2
is.
albums in the 80s and then again in 2025.
The album debuted number 14 on the Billboard charts, selling 43,773 copies in the first week, making it the highest charting position of a Queensryche album since Promised Land, which peaked at number 3 in 1994.
Promised Land peaked at number 3?
If you never heard Promised Land, that's a great tune, man. That's a great album.
Chris Sagarmo is on that one.
I think I'm going to have to do what I did when we talked about Rush on a previous show. Go back through
and
the
listen.
library.
You got to go back.
When I came home from that show, I went through all the Rush albums, and I tried to determine when I jumped off the boat, and I made it through further than I thought I did.
You went to Fly By Night, and that was it.
I jumped off I went much further than that. I was surprised at how far I did go. But I jumped off the boat, the Queensryche boat, probably after
Empire.
Yeah, that point.
I think that was it for me. So now I'm curious to listen. Same with Megadeth. I stopped listening to Megadeth at a certain point, but they put out a bunch more albums after that, and some of them are really good. But again, when you jump off the boat from a band, maybe it makes sense to go back and listen to what you missed.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm going to do that with Queensryche.
Sounds like a good plan. Why not?
Because the way music is going today, I think I do want to go backwards in time musically.
Do you want to talk about the other issue?
I would like to talk about the residency at the Sphere.
Yep. And how this is getting out of hand.
I'm kind of curious, though. I thought a residency meant that you just did multiple shows a week for however long.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And wasn't Britney Spears like...
Yeah.
Was it Britney Spears?
She did a residency. A lot of big name acts.
But
instead of going on tour,
wasn't there this whole controversy that she was held hostage there and she couldn't get out of it?
that
or
her
something
father
like that?
wanted her to make more money for the family, so he can. I don't know, but that was when she was in the
thought that was a big-
conservatorship.
Yeah, I thought that was a big story.
Free Britney. Yeah.
But listen, it's like me going to teach students. Am I going to travel around to 10 different students in a day and teach lessons? Or if I could sit in one place and have everybody come to me,
Yeah, it makes more sense as far as logistics go to have one set venue and everybody comes to see you.
yeah.
Your family, you can actually hang out with them after the show and have some semblance of a life.
And you live home, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's fantastic.
I think that's the best way to do it because now you're the attraction. People are going to see you specifically.
right.
But
And it's not like it's not like having a residency in a small town Minnesota.
no. Or look at Billy Joel. He has his residency that goes on for how many years was he at the Garden?
Yeah, 100 shows.
Right.
Not more.
But again, that goes to my point. New York and Vegas are destination cities. So Billy Joel's not playing to the same people every day.
No, or maybe
Because
he
they're-
is. It doesn't matter.
Maybe he is, but I'm
plays
saying
once a month.
I'm saying there are a
Once a
lot of
month.
people that are coming into the city from all over the world.
Yeah.
And the same with Vegas. So when you're doing a residency in Vegas, you're playing to different people from all over the world in one place, and you live there. I mean, I think that's a pretty cool deal, and I guess they pay good. And I would love to just go to the Sphere because it looks
Yeah.
incredible. Has anybody, have
It's
you
a
ever been
different
there?
experience.
Looking for my notes.
You goats.
Oh, there it is. No, never been to the Sphere. Don't plan on going to the Sphere.
Why
You should
not?
go
Why?
because it's an incredible experience. It's like
You,
no place
of
you've
all
ever been
people,
before.
who goes to see Mickey Mouse live in concert.
It's all technology.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
want to be when it's music. I want to be right there with the band. I
But
just
it's
saw
not about the music.
I saw
you can go
Opeth.
there for all different things,
Yeah.
and you're inside a sphere that is, it's all encompassing, and it becomes part of the show. They did a UFC event from there one time,
Oh, really?
and so you had
So
the
you watch
fight-
the guys fight above you.
Well, no, it was all about like the packages, about the different fighters, and then it was a Mexican card, and they had a lot of Mexican fighters. So they did a lot of the history.
And they were caught by ice. The loser got sent back home.
of combat sports in the history of Mexico, and it was just incredible. Like the experience, the visual experience you get. Yeah, I know you want to be close with the band, but you can do that fucking anywhere, dude. You know what I'm saying? You can go to any show, and you've gone to a ton of shows where you're up close and personal with the band.
Yeah.
This is a chance to be surrounded in an experience that you've never had before. It's
But do you
pretty
actually
incredible.
look at the band, or no? You just look at them all over.
Why don't you go on
No,
YouTube
they're
and see
not
if
on the
there's
screen.
Oh.
It's just all kinds of, just like a big video.
media going? The sound is geared for this specific. It's
It's like a
immersed
band
sound,
with a big video screen behind them, and they're showing videos and different things. But
but
just
it
imagine being
encompasses
surrounded.
everything. You're surrounded by this.
And you look up and you feel like you're in space because it's all you see. Like you can't see anything else.
And like they say, the quality of the sound, it's engineered for that experience. So,
You know who built it?
who?
MSG.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know.
Why don't they build a sphere out here? It'll be a near sphere.
Because nobody would give a shit in New York. They'd be like, oh, what's
Yeah, the
that?
sphere,
What we
okay.
see every day in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a clown show.
You remember the rat that was eating pizza?
Oh, yeah, he's fucking awesome.
You're not
Put him
gonna
in a
impress
sphere.
us. Right.
Yeah. Ben Sphere.
So they're doing this residency. I think it's like 20-something dates.
24.
24
24
nights.
There was a big article that says, "Oh my God, when is it going to stop?" It's just like they kept on adding. It was supposed
First
to
it
be
was
8.
14, and then
Then went to these and this, and it just kept on going and
Well,
kept on
we
going
added
and
more
kept on
dates,
going.
and
They
the
kept selling
fans,
tickets.
the fans got bent over.
Yes.
Same with the Rush thing, because they were selling different packages, different tiers. The bots took all the tickets before the real fans could get them, and the prices of the tickets are insane. Anywhere from $700 to $4,000. This is for Metallica. Rush, it was like almost
Almost up to
bad.
200 almost
$300
$3,000,
to $1,000 to $3,000, depending on your
if you wanted to have like
experience.
the 2-night stay in the hotel.
Yeah.
All that.
Every experience now is now being ruined by corporate greed.
Well, who's to blame? Name the company that sells the tickets.
Yeah, of course. But
It's Live Nation. They're awful.
Nation.
it's a free for all. It's all allowed.
Yeah,
there are no
because they don't
guardrails.
care.
There are no guidelines.
It's
There is no-
monopoly. There's
like
nobody
Ben
else to buy the
says.
ticket.
you can't charge over a certain amount of money, because the bands care about their fans, but now the bands aren't even involved in it.
No,
They
it's
have no say in what goes on.
exactly, and it hurts their performance, not performance, but the attendance, because the real fans can't go.
That's
They
right.
can't afford it.
It's just like a sporting event. Same
Exactly. So you have the elite people who can afford to throw away $700 to $1,000 to $3,000 on a ticket for one event for one night. Meanwhile, the average person, that's like a couple of months of a car payment.
Imagine you're a Giants fan The Giants go to, I know this is hard to imagine. The
Like
Giants go to the
Steelers.
Super Bowl, right? And you want to go to the Super Bowl. It's your favorite team. They're playing in the
no.
Super Bowl.
You're
you want
never
to go.
gonna go in.
You're never going to go.
You're
and
not.
the entire stadium of the Super Bowl is going to be filled with people
It's corporate America and the rich and the entitled people.
that are not the real
They're
fans
not
of,
fans.
the,
They don't
of the
care.
team.
It's the event that they're going to.
Right.
Like the Kentucky Derby. Everybody goes. Nobody knows half the horses' names.
or somebody who's
Or
been
what you're there
saving up.
for.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you,
just here to drink.
As
Hello.
a Giant fan, you've had your whole life to save up to go to the Super Bowl because they never go.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm kidding. They beat the Patriots twice.
Yes. How many times have the Steelers beaten the Patriots?
Those were two of my 4 favorite Super Bowls.
Yeah. Me too. But
I
anyway,
wasn't really around for the first 4 in the 70s. I mean, I
Well,
wasn't really watching. I was a little kid.
it was great entertainment. Cowboys, Steelers, Super Bowls. They were the best.
Mm-hmm. I remember
neck
that
and
one.
neck and neck. And
I remember losing
excellent.
that one.
But then they won a couple too against Cowgirls. So anyway, we digress. But we're talking about Metallica. We're talking about the monopoly of Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and how it's really screwing the fan. And their mentality is they don't give a shit.
And they want
because
to
they're
blame
saying,
the band, really.
No, they're saying that the ticket prices are what the market will bear. But come to think of how much money does it cost to go to an NBA game and sit on the floor? People pay it, and there's 80 games in the season.
Yeah.
So
Somebody will pay it.
yeah, and that's the mentality. They don't give a fuck as long as somebody pays. They don't care.
Now I have to double check because I was positive that Live Nation Ticketmaster said that they only make like $7.50 off of each ticket.
Bullshit.
Then what are all those handling fees?
Exactly. There's
These
a ton
fees.
of
There are
fees.
times you could buy a $25 ticket with a $12 fee.
Yeah.
It's just like-
50% fee?
It's a convenience.
It's
fee.
horrible.
Yeah.
No.
But then when you control the supply, you can do whatever you want. And you can charge whatever you want
That's right.
because there's a demand. And there's
right.
nowhere else to go.
And there's no competition. It's like all of these movie studios now, everything is Disney.
Yeah.
And we're going to tease this because
I
we're coming
hate
up.
Disney.
The next show we're going to do, we're going to talk about Predator Badlands, right? Which I know everybody's freaking seen it. And if you didn't want to see it, you didn't see it. I know it's 2 years old or however old, but we finally got around to watching it. And we have opinions.
Yes.
But that'll be on another show.
Yes. But we have opinions about this, and I don't think it's good for the artists at all.
No,
it alienates
monopolies-
their fans from them.
Monopolies are not good because then
No.
the company in control, they don't give a shit about anybody but making more money and making more money. If you had competition, there was another company as big as yours, you would lower your prices a little bit. You would
Or
try
your
to get those
fees
extra
or
people.
whatever.
Or you would take your no fees November, whatever.
Yeah.
You would run promotions. They don't have to do any of that.
No. And they could jack up the fees and the prices. The band gets X. That's it.
Right.
They can push up the price to cover
That's the
whatever
other
they
thing,
want.
too.
You know?
They control what they pay the bands. They control what the ticket prices are.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah. And the venues don't care because that's not their thing. We're getting paid for, let's say, the rental of the facility for that night.
Yeah, and you're
I
going
don't care how much
you're going to fill my venue up, and
my
all
concessions,
my concessions are going to make a lot of money.
Exactly. So it's just how much can you take? How much greed can there be before it starts killing the live event? And that's why
Well, I
bands
think
should be
we'll-
smarter and say, "Hey, this can't go on."
I think we're way past that point now.
Yeah.
And if you couple that with the fact that really the only way that bands make money anymore
Is
is to tour.
Hmm.
So if they can't even make that much money touring because they're getting paid whatever they're getting paid by the ticket companies, and then they got to pay the venue, it's like, okay, well, let's see how much merch we can sell. Mm-hmm. Let's see how many lessons we can teach. Let's see how many backstage VIP
Yeah.
tickets we can sell. And then our day becomes not just the performance and the rehearsals, but now we have to do 2 performances, 3 performances, 5 performances.
So it's like a Broadway show where they have the matinee and then the evening performance, and they
Right.
play 7 nights a week. And Sunday you get the matinee, and that's
Could
it.
you imagine? That's got to be, I mean, I know people love it and people do it. But could you imagine being a performer and performing the same show over and over?
Yeah.
And I know they say every show is different, every night is different, but man,
Yeah, I mean, it's overwhelming.
I was watching an interview with Sebastian Bach, and he talked about when he did Jekyll and Hyde. And I went to see that, and I met him outside afterwards.
How much
And,
did he owe you?
Well, we waited outside by the stage door, and he came out. And I remember saying to him, because I had just seen Skid Row at Jones Beach without him, and I go, man, your bandmates, they found a singer, but he can't hold a candle to you. He goes, yeah, no shit.
Oh, he's very modest, you know.
Yeah, he's great though. He's great. So for him to do that, like, I give him a lot of credit. Like, he went from fronting Skid Row to doing both. He did a lot of shows on Broadway.
Yeah, I saw him on Rocky Horror.
Yes.
That was really good, man.
Got to pay the bills.
He was.
He wasn't Frankfurter because he was saying that he couldn't sing those parts. I think that's why he said he wasn't going to.
Ben, you can sing those. You lived those parts.
I live it. I got the tattoo on my shoulder.
I just saw that movie not too long ago for the first time, by the way.
Really?
Really?
Damn it.
That's a great show, man.
Yeah.
Vicky and I saw it on Suffolk Theater.
And she made fun of you because you knew every lyric to Cabaret.
The Cabaret, that one really... I knew all the lyrics, but really threw her off is when I did the choreography.
That dude was jacked in that movie, man. Oh, my God.
Who, Rocky?
No. Do you know that they're doing at the Cinema Arts Center, they're doing Aliens 2, the director's cut.
Really?
Or not Aliens 2, Aliens.
Wow.
Yeah, we might go see that.
That's cool. But yeah, so getting back to this fiasco, I just feel bad because the bots take over and the fan gets screwed.
And it's all about the money. It doesn't give a shit about the experience. It's just how much money can we make.
It's the fan gets effed every way you slice it. Number one, no choice on where to get tickets because there's only one place. Remember back in the day, the house would sell tickets?
Right.
And then the following day...
you can go right to the box office.
Yeah, that's gone. Now, you're forced to use them, and they have free reign on what they're going to charge you as a consumer for the fees that they charge. It make no sense. There should be an antitrust, which I think they did file an antitrust lawsuit against them when the Taylor Swift tour tickets went on sale. Same thing.
Okay.
And you figure, okay, we'll fix it. They don't care.
But did Taylor win?
I don't.
She would win. If she filed a lawsuit, she would win.
She just starts singing and then they give up.
She would get things changed.
Yeah. If all the artists band together, then they would change things.
That's true. I think that's true.
But no.
But they never did. And as much as I hate Lars's guts, he was right about Napster. He was right about all of it. They were right about all of it.
Yeah.
He went to Congress and he testified in front of Congress about it.
Yeah.
Right?
They probably get their cut somewhere too because it's antitrust. You can't have a monopoly controlling everything. You know?
But they saw what was coming down the line. And now, and I would like to do a separate show on this because, like I was saying before we actually started recording.
The Legend of Lars?
He's fucking terrible. How music now, since it became digital, and I actually just watched a video of Rick Beato talking about the very first, the Digitech, Digi 101 or whatever it was called, I think.
The Digitech?
Yeah. It was the first piece of equipment. It was an interface that you could plug into your PC card and that you can record digital music on. And he was talking about how that has changed. And if you think about that moment in time and how now we can manipulate music so easily, and you can take, like I was saying before, a hit song and speed it up 2 times and put it on a streaming service or slow it down by 2 times.
Yeah, because now it's a remix.
Or remix it or add something or take something away.
Or have a 4/4 beat.
Or make it dubstep or make it whatever.
You add a different drum track to it and it's a different song, but it's the same thing.
But how does all of that shit get on these streaming services? I don't understand it. And, you know, we were talking about copyright before, right? And getting copyright strikes on your video. Like this video on YouTube is going to get destroyed with the music we're playing, right?
Yeah.
But we're not monetized. But, you know, how does all that shit happen? And I think it just destroys music.
Why? Let's go back to the day when I would
listen to the volume of the voice. Go ahead.
Blah, blah, blah,
when
blah.
DJs would make their mixtapes. And they're taking a song, sampling and rapping and doing with something else and mixing and doing all this stuff.
Were they selling their mixtapes?
Yeah.
Or were they just passing them around
They
to
were
get
selling
their
them.
name known?
They were selling them.
Which one? I need names.
Underground.
Everybody. That's a name.
Okay.
People were selling them.
So what is your point?
Your point is the same thing, the same manipulation. The only difference is the distribution is different.
Okay.
Thanks,
That's
Ben.
my belief.
Okay.
But you
So it's
believe
okay.
in Peter
No,
Pan.
I didn't say it was okay. I'm just
Yeah,
saying it's been there. You're making it sound like it's, look at what happened with the technology. The technology ruined everything. It was already
It's that
there.
Yeah, but
sarcastic.
there's a big difference.
voice.
Yeah, that's
between-
why I like doing it.
There's the big difference between some DJ making a mixtape
versus
and selling his tapes for $2
on the street.
versus having a song on a streaming platform
That you say
that is
no
making
one makes money off of. Hi. The guy selling for $2 is making more money than the guy uploading it on Spotify. I'm on video.
podcast.
Wow, I'm gonna
over.
have
I
to
can't take
censor
this
that.
fucking stupidity.
What's stupid about that?
Because you're not even making an argument. You're just yelling and screaming.
No, I'm bringing
And you
up the
think
point
you
that
think
you're saying
makes
that
you
this
right.
guy is uploading it up here and he's not making any money.
I didn't say anything about money.
No,
Oh, I
I
thought
didn't.
you were
I
going
said,
to.
why,
I was going to stop you before you said that.
I said, why are we allowing these popular songs to be just digitally manipulated and bastardized?
Well,
and it gets all over the internet. And
Guess
it's
what?
fine.
A lot of artists see potential in making more money and getting more streams by using.
But
My point is that music has no fucking value anymore. Okay, you're not going to take a song and I love this song. This is the most popular song, and then people forget about it. That song that was popular last year, that won a Grammy or whatever, you probably will never hear that song again because
Well,
Nature of the
it's
beast.
going to come by.
We're in the disposable age of everything, and nothing has longevity. It's
Right.
at the moment. That's it.
Because there's too much
shelf
of everything.
life of nothing.
I went to get food for him. You want to talk about a million choices of dog
Yeah.
food now?
Yeah.
Like, why do we need all of that shit? A million wines, a million types of cigars, a million whiskeys.
Yeah, but that's been throughout the history of music. There are only a few songs that have survived decades. So I don't understand.
A
The
few
stuff is
songs.
disposable.
Right? Are there going to be is there music being made now
That's going to
that
last.
50 years down the road
The test
will
of
still
time.
be celebrated by people?
By some people, it will be. Maybe not by us.
Okay.
Well,
no, I'm
you'll
not
be
talking
dead.
about by us. I'm talking about people.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe whether or not you like it, there are some people who are going to say, "Oh my God, that was my jam 50 years ago."
True.
And it's a horrible song.
Yeah, you make a point there, but
It's
can't account for bad taste. But
No. It's always going to be that way, whether we like it or not.
he's right.
It's always going to be
Once
that
he's
way.
right.
He's not right.
He is right.
I'm
He's not.
so right.
You're not
Oh,
right.
ease up there, cowgirl. I was giving you a
Because-
little bit of help, but
because
now I'm
the
No, I
sorry.
don't want your help.
Because
Because it's true.
Because Stairway to
It
Heaven
will always happen.
Hello.
I hate that song.
I don't care.
But somebody
So
might
what?
like it.
Exactly. That's the theory. Someone's going to like it and they will love it forever.
Okay. So if somebody likes that song, it's still one of the greatest rock songs, right? It gets the most airplay. A lot of people know it. Anybody that you mention that song to will know what it is, right? Today, it exists in that same form that it did when it was recorded. And it's popular for that form of the song. Right?
Okay.
The original recording.
They didn't
Alright.
do a remix of it. Like
They didn't
a
do
dance
50
version.
remixes and remasters and 45 dubstep editions and this
But you know
edition
what?
and that
It depends
edition.
on the song if it lends itself to that kind of manipulation also. Also, look at the 80s. They had different mixes on the same album for the same song because different producers, DJs, whoever,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
been around
And-
forever.
And what does that come down to, like you said before? We could make more money.
Yeah,
if
selling
we
the
let-
same thing.
If we take this song that I wrote, that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into, and let this asshole, put a couple of wikis in it.
Well,
and
he's a
then
popular asshole at the time.
resell
It'll
it as
increase
another
your
thing.
sales.
That's
Yeah.
been throughout.
But the point is, right, but does that make it right?
No, but even let's go back to the Beatles album where Spector took it over and did all this crap to it, and it's just like, holy crap, that's not the album we made. And
Okay.
Which album is that?
let it be.
Really?
And that was,
I'm pretty
and
sure.
that was, and that was one producer with one album that said, I'm going to change it.
It's not the point. The point is that it has been happening throughout time. We probably aren't aware of it, that we don't know that these people have manipulated these albums and done stuff and just like, oh man, that's not the way we wanted to record the album. But, the producer got in and that was it.
But again, you're missing my point.
What is your point?
My point is that it's too easy today to take a piece of music and digitally manipulate it any way you want and upload it and do all of this
So
shit to
you're
it.
saying the fact that it's easier for an individual who probably never went into a recording studio to do it.
Because a recorded song should be celebrated as a recorded song by a band. This is what we did. This is the song we put out.
Right.
Now it's in commercials. Now it's here. It's there. It's in movies. It's in TV. In all different iterations.
Okay.
Not the original.
You lost me.
Okay.
Because every band has songs, or they die to be on a commercial.
Right?
Queen just started doing that.
Yes.
And all these other bands.
You could say that about anything.
Okay.
Oh, yes, everybody has that. That's my point.
Okay.
It's too easy to do it. And it makes music less valuable. It just makes it like this bullshit that you can take.
How about when they do the mashups between, let's say, Iron Maiden and Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I hate that shit.
But that's what you're saying, that you can manipulate a song with something else, and now it's completely
You can do
joke.
that, but I think if it's a big enough song, and if it's obviously it's going to be subject to copyright, you're not going to be able to put that shit on Instagram and make money from it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to put it on, and then you'll get clicks and views or whatever, and you're trying to, again, build your popularity by taking something that somebody else created, and then, I'm going to mix it with, what if this band made this song? What if the Beatles recorded this song?
Well, remember when we were having the virtual reality band discussion where, what if Mick Jagger sang for Aerosmith? Or, whatever. If you're an artist and your catalog...
In my opinion is, who cares?
Well, if you're an artist and you say, okay, I don't care, use my music whatever way you want, because I'm not going to live forever and I want the money now.
Sure.
That's what a lot of guys are doing, selling their catalogs.
Yes.
Bands, whoever.
And I'm sure they're happy about it when they get old and they need money.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're happy that somebody cares and somebody wants
Some are selling their whole likeness to AI and say, do whatever you want with me.
Yeah, because I'll be dead and I don't care.
I want the money now.
Yes, and that's wonderful.
But
it doesn't make
Ben
it
says,
right.
Ben
it
says,
doesn't make
bring it
right
on, whatever it is. Yeah, do it. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Dilute the integrity. Dilute it.
Music doesn't matter. It should just be digitally manipulated anyway to make more money. Yeah, let's make more money. It's computers.
I didn't say that.
It's all good.
I know you didn't say that. But you guys are very, very opposite sides.
No, not opposite. I think we see eye to eye, but we just have a little twist.
Because I think music is special and important.
Yeah.
I think music is magic. I think it makes you feel things. But when you take music and you just treat it like it's this, like it doesn't matter.
Like a commodity.
See, that's where we differ.
my point.
I think the person who's manipulating it also loves music.
No.
Okay.
No.
It depends on the situation. I have
Because
to say.
someone is just going to say, I was going to be a lawyer, but I'm going to go take a digital song and I'm going to manipulate it.
No, Ben, that's not how it goes.
Now you can do that now. If you wanted to be a lawyer, and you could just say, "Oh no, I'm going to do this,"
you think
and you can do it now.
You think a lawyer is going to be able to do a good job and put it out?
You can do it now.
Okay, I could go into a studio now and put out an album. What is the difference?
Of course you can.
So I don't see what the difference is.
And you could use AI to do it. And you don't have to do anything. There are AI bands now. Yes, there are AI
play a
bands
bass line
now.
that sounds like this.
But there are AI bands now. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
So,
but as a musician, as a person that has made music, as a person that loves music and wants to make music, do I want people to press buttons and put out AI songs?
Okay, you're not going to like this
and
one.
sell them to Spotify.
You're not
going to
like this one. But how about if I was to tell you that there would have been AI bands your entire life?
Oh, right. Okay.
Did we have this discussion?
Did we?
There have been.
Why? No, tell me. I want to see if you know what we were talking about.
We had a discussion about how there's AI everywhere, and especially in music.
Okay. But in the 40s, 50s, actually, let's go 50s and 60s, the AIs from back then.
What would be the AIs from back then?
So let's think about this. How about those bands that have put out albums and you got the nice cover, there's me, you, and we're on the album like this, yeah, rock and roll. We didn't play a single stitch on that album.
Oh,
We had the
Vanilli.
Wrecking Crew. So
Milli Vanilli.
Benny
how is
Vanilli.
that different than AI, where you got a fake band?
Oh, it's very
Hey,
different.
we're right here.
No, it's not.
It's very different.
Of course it's
There's
not different.
human beings actually making the music, playing the instruments, sonically coming up with
Someone
that
else
idea.
is doing stuff. So same thing. Well, yeah, AI is
It's
just
the
all
same thing.
generated.
Now the Wrecking Crew is now AI, according to
I
Ben.
know. And I'm just saying that this is something that's being produced, and it's a
What
fake
time
band.
is the session tomorrow?
Let's book the session
Time
now.
is the session
Hey,
tomorrow?
they were very strict, man. If they went over, they used to have union guys walk around
I
and to
need
make
an
sure
oil
if
change.
they went over
Is
by
that a sharp or a
1
flat?
second,
Now
they
is-
had to pay for a whole 15 minutes or a whole nother hour.
Now, is that music still today looked upon as great music?
Doesn't matter.
Were those people? Well, no, just answer my question. Don't answer with
How
doesn't
about
matter.
if we ask 50
And don't
years?
answer
How
my
about if we
question with
ask
a
50 years from
question?
now
Can you
if
answer my
those
question?
AI songs are considered great
Can
songs?
you answer my question?
Oh, they're great songs.
Okay. And they're revered as great songs today, right?
But it-
and people played on them, and people wrote them, and people
Yes.
performed them in the studio, right?
Yes, but what
great.
if AI, I don't think AI has ever produced such a great song that you're going to sit there and say, oh, this is great. It's just there.
How do you know that you
It's
didn't hear AI
how do we
song?
know it? Yeah.
All AI is going to do is scan all the biggest hit songs and then take elements from them and
Right,
create
as
something
we
that's
did studying
a little
songs
bit-
and studying artists to become and make our own form. But
right.
what
Yeah.
happens?
Our influences
Yes,
make us
our
up. So we're
influences.
basically AI.
We
music,
are.
Music doesn't
We
matter.
are.
Creativity doesn't matter.
Who says it doesn't matter?
the machines
it
do
matters to us. We're the machine that's generating it.
Because you don't care. That's why.
Okay, I
That's
don't
why
care.
you're saying it doesn't matter.
So, what I'm saying is, what if there's an AI song that you're like, holy crap, this is really cool. And it's such a big hit that 50 years from now, people are like, oh my God, remember when that AI song hit? That was a great jam. That was great. Why can't you believe that something like that can happen?
I didn't say something like that couldn't happen.
You're saying, no, that's never going to be. No one's going to like a song like that. You just said it.
Really? Should
Yeah.
we rewind the tape?
Rewind
Where
the
I
tape.
said nobody's going to like a song like that?
That no one's going to revere it as a great song. It's not going to
Right.
be a
They're gonna
stairway
be-
to heaven.
They're going to be forgotten. Exactly.
And people who don't like Stairway to Heaven.
Okay. That's
So
fine.
they're going to love my AA
That was
song.
an example. But there's a song that I'm sure you love from back in the day.
Sure, of course. There's songs that I love from back in the day, songs that I love that we just made today. It's the way life is.
Yeah.
It's a constant change.
Yeah, there is the way life
Do you
is.
want
Thank
to
you
know?
for clearing that up.
Do you really want to know? Do you want to know? Do I want to know?
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Because when he gets like this, he becomes
Yeah.
this person that knows it all, and you know,
Dr.
it's
Jackass
just-
and Mr.
No.
Ben.
It's just not
It's
even
just
fun.
It's just
No.
You got your blinders on and you just think this way. Nope, nope, nope. And I don't think it's true.
Oh, because I believe that music created by people is something that we should consider special.
What do you mean? Everything
know-
created by anybody should be considered special.
When
to
you were
producing.
young and the situation was set up the way it was, and you heard a band that you liked, you went down to the record store and you delivered papers, or you mowed somebody's grass, or you shoveled
Blew
somebody's
somebody
lawn,
on the corner.
or you blew somebody in the corner to get enough money to go and buy your favorite record.
Right, and wow, oh, funny. The guys who I bought the album from, they didn't play on the album.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Was
that
that? Oh, was
every
that?
single
so
album?
was that every
So
single
that was a
album?
lot of albums.
So Queen, they didn't
no,
play on the
it's
album.
not Queen. It wasn't Queen.
But
I'm
everybody-
talking.
but everybody.
Some Rolling Stones albums, some of these albums back in the day, the Beach Boys, all those. So there's
It's not
there's
a
a-
machine making
there's
that music.
okay, but it's
That's
just
what we're saying. That's it. There's a human element.
Music
involved.
is a human thing.
yes, but it doesn't mean forget it.
No,
You're not-
I
you don't
like the way that you just cut it. Oh, forget it.
You
You're
just don't
stupid.
like all my theories on
Because you
this
can't
stuff.
articulate a theory.
No, I
that
can
makes
articulate,
sense.
but you just shoot it down. So
I
it's
didn't
just like
say anything.
Yeah.
Him
But
and
you're
you
going to
fighting.
argue with me that music is a human thing,
But then
that we should let AI and computers just do whatever they want.
No, I think
And
that
I'm
music is
arguing-
anything that you want it to be. If
Yes, it
AI,
could be the birds
AI
chirping in the
is not
background.
going to do it on its own. A person has to tell it, write me a song. Now that person's going to listen to the song and manipulate it and say, no, I don't like that. Try again.
I'm not concerned about AI. I don't think it has. Honestly, I don't think it.
I don't
has
think it's
a
going to do
future.
anything that's going to do. You are going to have to. If you're going to produce a band or create a band that is AI, you're going to be doing a lot of work as a producer to get something that's going to be like, you know what? This is this might be acceptable.
My point is, and I'm sure you based on your argument, I would say that it doesn't matter to you. But when you hear a song that used to be your favorite song, and you hear a 10-second clip on a fucking commercial for a soft drink or whatever the fuck it is, you're going to say, oh, great, they made money on that. And I'm going to say, you know what? It sucks that this is what my favorite song has become.
This song used on many commercials.
Yeah.
He's speechless.
No,
See?
I'm not speechless.
I left him speechless. Look.
I'm not speechless. I'm just like, that's your opinion.
Yeah.
And there are many
That's all
people
I
who
have
just
is
like,
my opinion.
damn, that's my song. Son, come here. Listen to that. That's my band.
And then people will be like, that
Yeah,
sucks.
That's all I have is my
So?
opinion, and it's mine.
Yeah.
You both
Until
have
AI
very
takes over.
different opinions, and that's fine. Why? Because no one cares.
I just feel forget it. You'll never understand my brain.
No.
What's to understand? I can't
thanks.
understand the air.
I feel that anything and everything is considered music.
In your
If
opinion.
it's sound,
Sure.
if
That's
it's
your opinion.
this, and to celebrate it, no matter what.
That's fine. But that's your opinion. He'll have one that's different, and I will have one that's different. We can agree on some
And
parts of it.
And I'm allowed not to like the condition of the music industry, where music is going, how people treat music. You know what I mean? It's like you rent 50 million songs for $11 a month, and you don't think twice about it. You know, you run through all of these
How
songs.
many of those songs do you actually listen to?
No, I don't know. How many?
I know.
But then look
You
at the positive.
can't listen to all of those,
But
but
then
what
you
I'm
look at
saying
the
is...
positive side of it, where you can be exposed to music you would never have heard before because it's right there.
Yeah, sure, that's great. And that's
I'm
an
just
argument
saying.
that a lot of people can make. But also, the people that do make the music are now not making money from it.
Okay, but again,
And how
It was
did these
never-
companies get...
the music industry was never in favor of the artists from day one.
That's right.
Never. It was for the record companies, the people that could make money off
But at
the
least
artists.
they got paid by how many records they sold.
but
and
even
if
then,
they
that
got
was a shitty
popular
deal.
and they sold a lot of
There's
records,
always-
they made more
Until
money.
the bands-
Or they got a contract to go out and go tour and it was paid for. Or to
Okay,
make the album
I
was
understand
paid
what you're
for.
saying. I agree. But Ben's least favorite hard rock band, Led Zeppelin, they were part of that, and then they said, fuck this. And they started their own label. The merchandise that they did, this is pre.
Yeah, you're talking
Kiss.
these
that's
huge bands that would
They named their
walk
own
out of their
price,
studio.
and that's it.
they would walk out of the studio, get inside a dented up car, all four of them because they can't afford to buy a single car, and their managers are driving away in brand new, top end model cars.
Yeah,
so that's
but-
been the what is that the tale of time or whatever.
That's
That-
been the modus operandi of the
of
business.
the business forever.
They've
Right,
always
but to
fucked
say
the
it's
talent.
always been there or it's always been
I'm
that
not
way.
saying it's right.
Well,
No,
I'm
you're
not
just
saying it's right, but at the same
it's been
time,
there like that always. These
not
people
like that,
never,
though.
they never got
right? There
the
was a
value
certain degree
that
of
they
it
deserve.
back in the day. There was a certain degree of it back in the day where the artists were underappreciated.
Still
Now,
today.
now it's at a whole fucking exponential level that's unheard of.
But-
Okay, if you're a band back in the day and you put out a record and you're a brand new band and they paid for you to make the album, but they're not giving you a lot of money and your manager is getting all the money, he's driving off in a big car. Yeah, that's the way it was. But this is a whole different
Okay,
story.
but think of this: Diddy and Jay-Z. You sign to their label, you can have millions of sales, but you get nothing.
Yeah.
And they're quote unquote artists who did it. So the artists themselves are fucking over the artists,
Right.
Because they're in a position to make
But again,
a lot of money.
That was at a certain degree, at a certain point
That's
in the
right now.
decline of the music industry. I understand what you're saying. But I'm saying at the beginning of the decline of the music industry to now is a whole wide range. And a lot of shit happened in between. And it just got worse and worse for the artists as we came by. So to say what's happening today is the same as what happened back then is complete bullshit.
No,
I don't think
it's
true.
not. It's not, because the historical pattern is the artist, no matter what era it was, got fucked.
Right.
That's
I'm
it.
just saying
That's the
let's not
that's what I'm
justify the
saying.
degree today
I'm not
because it's
justifying
always been
anything.
there.
I'm just reporting in fact that this industry never took care of the talent. How about when they got old? No medical plans, nothing. They gave nothing. but they took everything. It's the way it's always been.
Right. But musicians made money when there were a few bands that were touring,
once
a few
they got
bands in a genre,
once
a
they
few
got
bands
successful,
making albums in a certain genre. When we were growing up and we were listening to Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, there were a few bands that we listened to. Now there's 50 billion fucking bands and records coming out every day. Right? So there's a huge difference between that and this.
Too, because
I'm not looking to blame anybody. I'm just saying that it sucks today for music. To be a musician and a person who loves music and a person who makes music, it kind of sucks.
Well, the reason being is because there's oversaturation where anyone and everyone can make a song.
Right. Which goes back to my point about when digital music became a thing.
It's technology. It's made it easier. You don't have to have talent. You can find different ways to, like Frankenstein, for example, different parts of this and that, put it together, you got a living being. It's a monster.
Which is why a lot of these big studios have gone by the wayside, because people don't go there anymore. They can't justify paying all this money for the equipment and the studio time and the size of the building to keep the lights on, because people aren't coming in to record anymore.
You can do it all.
Because they're in their bedrooms going, ooh, I'm going to make a song.
Or you can go on your Mac and do GarageBand.
Yeah, absolutely.
And believe it or not, I've done that, and I made some pretty cool stuff. But
does it sound good?
It does, actually. But I'm just saying, it depends on the level you want to put into it.
Right, because you can dial in this plug-in for your favorite guitar sound from your favorite guitar player.
Double up different drum sounds to make this really cool drum percussion thing. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying, getting back to both of you in this, the artist always got screwed. Now, there's so many different people that it dilutes the power of an artist, unless there's somebody like Taylor Swift, who's super huge and can do that and really make the money. She re-recorded her old stuff. How many artists can afford to re-record their old albums or contractually can do it again? You have to wait 10 years.
Yeah.
Or
she connected with people for some reason, because I don't think her music is very good.
I'm using her as an example because she has achieved that power through her popularity.
Yeah.
Now, how about those bands that sell the rights in order to get a recording? And then whoever owns the publishing rights is making the money. They're not making shit. So they make the money on playing live. But
yeah, because they just wanted to get their music recorded.
Exactly. But those are the deals that screw the artist. So this has been the practice from the beginning.
What I miss the most, believe it or not, is every year or 2 years, an artist or a band, solo artist or a band, would come out with some new material. I think those days seem to be gone. The only time every now and then you hear is maybe Taylor Swift has a new album. Pink will put out a new album and stuff.
Re-recorded her old album again.
But you hear some of these bands and then they're gone. 2 or 3 years. Boy bands are gone, especially the latest wave of them. And it's just odd that everything's new. Someone who was really huge, what was his name? Post Malone. All of a sudden,
they're not gone. They're coming back.
But they're doing some country stuff. They're doing different things. I'm like, but it used to be, there would be Bruno Mars. You couldn't turn on your car without hearing him on the radio. Gone. Also, so there's no longevity in a lot of these.
Exactly. That's what we're saying when the argument was the song that's popular now, will it be popular in 25, 30 years? That was his point. It's not, it doesn't have a long shelf life.
Even then, even like a lot of the Queen songs that I love, they're still not popular today. They still won't stand today, but they're great songs in my opinion.
Yeah, but the point that I'm trying to make right now is the songs from the past, a majority of them are still played now. Now, if you had them, let's say, compared to something now, and you had the amount of years that people thought they were relevant, I would say that the more modern stuff has less longevity than the older stuff.
Sure.
Because it was crafted, it made a story. A lot of musicians really were able to communicate a story through the song.
And the process is totally different today.
Yeah.
The process of writing music, the reason for writing music is different today.
Well, yeah.
The end goal. You have these people going into the studios, oh, yeah, I got to I was watching a video and they were talking about the Migos, how they would go into the studio and they would just sit down and just say random shit, and that became a song. And they didn't care. You know, they just knew they were in the studio. They had a producer. They had money behind
They
them.
have a beat.
And they had the beat, and they would random music, you know, random lyrics, and it didn't matter. You know, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who put their heart and soul into a song, into a lyric, into a melody, into whatever, and all the time and effort that it took to learn your instrument and
Why
learn
do
your
you think
craft.
so many musicians are so passionate about their music? Because it's an emotional extension of what they feel. The sacrifice and hours and time they put into learning the craft of making a song, learning their instrument, arranging, it's a lot.
By the way, none of this is making it to the podcast. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a lot.
The video.
Yeah, but it's true. It's just so much sacrifice. And to have somebody piss all over it, I understand that aspect of it too.
That's my point.
Yeah. It devalues.
And not that it's
I get
okay because it's always been that way, because it's never been to this degree.
True. But imagine somebody paints a beautiful, you know, a Rembrandt, and then some critic comes over and pisses on it. That's the equivalent of what's going on now.
I've seen people now not take famous art that they paid a lot of money for, because obviously art is subjective, and it's a great piece of art if you paid a lot of money for it. You know, everybody else in the world could hate it, but you paid $2 million for it, so it's a great piece of art.
Like the banana with the duct tape.
But this guy would take these paintings and then just paint shit over it.
Oh, yeah.
And add things to the painting and just like make it his own. Like that's like what people do with music now.
I like the guy who goes to thrift stores and buys artwork, framed art, and he'll paint like a Star Wars scene in a past.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking
or
about.
Scooby-Doo.
Or something like that, yeah.
Where Shaggy and Scooby are really old, and they're in this, like, it was a nice picture of an old estate and a nice, you know, I guess the plants and all that, the landscape was beautiful. But then he changes it as the Mystery Machine. It's all rusted out. Then he draws little tombstones, and it's Daphne and, you know, all the other ones. But it's Shaggy and Scooby just reflecting, and they're sad and they're old. And then Shaggy's holding Scooby.
But not Thelma.
Thelma's dead. They're all dead. But that's the guy, and he does great work on these like throwaway pieces of art. Now,
and you touched on this before. Why do they do that?
why?
Why?
Because they're artists.
I'm going to say because they think it's going to get them clicks on social media.
Well, you know what? To me, I see the art in it, and I like the imagination.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
I like it because it's very clever. Does it have worth?
It's
I don't know.
like the guys that'll take a product from the supermarket and they'll look at the barcode on the back and they'll make a song out of the barcode.
Yeah. I think
this is what Tide detergent sounds like, and they'll play the chords according to the barcode. In the back.
That's cool.
It's cool and it's funny, but they're only doing that because it's going to get them clicks and it's a novel idea.
Yeah, but I mean,
and they're going to get popular on social media.
That's fine. I got no
social
problem with
media.
that.
It's not like a musical endeavor. is what
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
not. But you don't take that seriously. Oh, I can't wait till the album drops, the barcode album live.
No, you don't.
Right.
You know,
So some artists used to write jingles.
The Tampax song was really good. I thought that was a good song.
it's a bloody disaster, I tell you.
Yes.
But
I was going to say something, but I forgot.
No, please don't.
good. Why? Because
Podcast over.
and no one
We got
cares.
Ozzy and
That's for the next show.
next show.
Yeah.
All right, I can edit it out. What about Ozzy?
Oh no,
Okay.
So we're going to do all the music in one, and then we're going to do Badlands.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Shut the fuck up. and keep
We got
talking.
Ozzy.
Ozzy?
He's dead.
And around 2021, there was talks about having a documentary, not about Ozzy, but really the relationship between Sharon and Ozzy. I think they were going to call it Sharon. And that went on the back burner. Unfortunately, Ozzy passed, but there's still talks. I think they have a whole bunch of stuff. It sounds like they had some stuff in the can already.
But that's not the documentary you watched.
No, that's
By mistake to do your
it was,
research.
something else. But this is something that was in the works. I forgot what it was
Yeah,
called.
but this is a bigger deal
This is big.
because this is a Sony Pictures film based on the relationship between Sharon and Ozzy, you're saying?
Yes. So what's really weird is now it almost seems, I don't know if they're real or fake, but every time you see these things.
It's all AI.
Gene Simmons is
Netflix.
AI.
Netflix is, I forgot what the show was.
Bang.
Netflix, The Story of Corn. I saw that one today.
See, that's that bullshit on the internet.
I
Right?
don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah. Netflix is going to release a documentary on the heavy metal band Accept. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's awesome.
You don't know if it's
It's
true or
crazy.
not. It's just like, talks are in the makings.
If you see it on Facebook, it's not.
Yeah. No, this was
Facebook has
my-
become a cesspool of
my
misinformation.
niece sent me, so I was just like, no way, this can't be true.
You're right.
So fucking
because he posts so much shit on Facebook. It's
Such
all shit. That's why I'm
Disgusting
not on
anymore.
anymore.
But this is the
Yeah.
big deal. Sony Pictures, in association with the Osborne Production Company.
Cha-ching.
Right. So
Wait,
they
wait,
were-
wait. Shh,
they-
shh, shh. You hear that? Cha-ching, cha-ching. When he was alive, he was very relevant, and they never did him justice. Now that he's
Always
dead, let's cash in one more time.
Well, they had the talks beforehand, so I
That's
don't.
a
Maybe
so
he didn't
that's a
want
rough
to do
take,
it.
bro.
Maybe he didn't want to do it.
Maybe
That's
he didn't
why,
want to do it.
That's
Maybe.
why.
Maybe.
Or maybe
didn't
he
happen.
didn't want to do all those tours either.
Yeah.
But you
Sharon!
but you saw at the end, he really appreciated and loved all the people that came out for his final concert, and he knew that was his final concert.
Yep. But
Very sad.
what I'm saying is we don't know the circumstances of why they didn't do it in the past. But knowing him, he wasn't too thrilled about the Osbournes. He wasn't too thrilled until later when it was successful. But even then, it wasn't reality. It was scripted bullshit. Now, a biography
and
on
he
somebody,
was the butt of the joke.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it wasn't.
And
he went from being this badass, godfather of heavy metal, the guy that helped invent heavy metal,
somebody's
biting
whacked out
the heads
grandfather.
off of bats, right? To some doddering old fool,
Yeah.
who doesn't know what a breath strip is. That was a funny clip, though. It disappeared. Where did it go?
Yeah,
You
come
lied
on.
to me.
Come on. Yeah, I remember that.
That was a great clip.
Yeah, but even then, it's something we won't know because we weren't there.
But it's not
We don't
what you
know.
want. It's like if you were to see Rob Halford, in the Halfords. You know what I mean? Like, I would never want to watch that.
Could you handle him kissing his lover
Care
goodnight?
less. Well, Ben, you
But
can.
he's always been able to maintain, like, being the most badass frontman in metal.
It's the greatest.
You know why? Because he's not overexposed, and there's a line.
I went to see him locally at the Paramount, and he rode the bike out onto the stage.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Still rides that bike out, man.
And he came out and he changed it from this long fucking leather coat where he had a walking stick with a skull on the end. Like, everything was just cool as fuck. But he was old at that point, right?
Yeah.
He needed a walking stick to come out on stage. But he was still badass when I went to see them.
What I never
Sounds
understood
amazing.
is that he'll sing and do his stuff and then walk off stage and then come back.
Change his clothes.
No, he's just constantly going back and forth.
He's getting a
I wonder
drink.
if he's getting a drink or something.
water.
Maybe
He's
he
getting a
keeps the
towel
stage
to
clean
wipe
or
the
something.
sweat off of himself.
Maybe.
Or maybe he wants to, share the spotlight with the rest of the
Or
band.
let them do their thing. and get their
during the
moment.
solo, maybe walk off stage.
I mean,
That's a
what's
cool
a
thing to
frontman
do.
going to do when he's older except stand there and go,
Right. So not only does Ozzy have a movie coming out, but then there's the Ballad of Judas
The
Priest.
Ballad of Judas Priest.
That's coming out too. What's the guy from Rage Against the Machine? Tom Morello.
Yeah.
He's a co-director with some other guy.
He's like, Tom Morello has positioned himself to be like the guy in music.
yeah, I don't understand how
Like,
that
if
happened.
you want to put on a Taylor Hawkins tribute show or
Tom
Ozzy
Morello.
Osbourne and Black Sabbath's final concert, like, Tom Morello's in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
but I don't understand why. I don't know. I don't get it because I don't think he's that great of a musician.
Yeah, but maybe he's a great organizer.
Or maybe,
Maybe.
he's
And maybe
friends and
he's-
connected with so many people.
Exactly.
And God bless him. That's great. But I just don't know if it's based on his talent alone. Probably not. Has nothing to do with it.
But maybe he's a great businessman, organizer.
yeah.
Like you said, has a ton of connections,
Yeah.
knows
He
everybody,
knows the
everybody
business.
loves him.
He's a smart guy. He's talented. He's very intelligent. So God bless him. Good for you. I just don't understand how that happened.
And it's not like he had a super long career. What, they
No.
put out 5 albums, 6 albums maybe?
Yeah. Audio Slave and Rage. That's it.
Right, Audio Slave, a few albums. That's another band. I've gotten to the point. There are certain bands I know every song they ever put out, and then a lot of bands where I just get off the boat, move on to something else. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
There's so much shit you can't keep up. Even if you like a few bands, there's 10 more that you probably like, but it's just like you don't have time to listen to everything.
Well, it's oversaturation.
It's enough. I want to live in a place. I want to go to a place in the world and go live somewhere where there's like 3 bands in the entire country. And that's it.
And they're all AI.
And you're in all 3 of them.
We don't get any, and I'm in all 3 of them. And we don't get any outside music from the outside world. It's
and everybody has to see every show you play.
And every song is great.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I'm in it.
You go to one radio station, it's band A. You go to the next radio, it's band B. And it's only 3 radio stations.
That's it. But think about it. That's the way it used to be. You had like two radio stations that you would listen to if you can get them in that played the music that you liked.
Yeah,
and that was it. And they played the same few bands over and over and over again. And that was it.
And that's when you would go up to the DJ and say, I really think this song should be on heavy rotation. That's my $20 bill squeezing.
That's called payola.
Yeah. They used to hide that in the records.
Plugola.
Uh-huh.
I think you should play this. But that DJs had the power back then.
Yes.
Yep.
And now nobody has the power. It's just the internet.
Yeah. And clicks.
I'm going to make a song out of this Glade air freshener bottle QR code on the back.
Or do you think it's gotten to the point where we're so bored that we have to come up with something new? And these are the new things.
I think we have too much. We just have too much of fucking everything. But that's capitalism.
I mean, so, we can equate it to the breakdown of tonality towards the ending of, coming into the 20th century, where music wasn't, Mozart and Beethoven anymore. We got stuff and then you're listening to it, it's like, what the hell is this?
There's no semitones anymore.
There's no tonality. With 17/9 time.
There's no semitones anymore. But again, you're right.
I'm dedicating
music
this
totally
song
changed.
to Ben.
And now when they say pop music is comprised of the same 5 chords and different, different structures.
Or as the Professor of Rock says on YouTube, 3 chords and a tooth, my friend.
That's it.
This song is for Ben because when he gets into his fucking tirades. This
Back to Scott Walker.
Flashback heart attack.
So we see this journey of music, which is what it's supposed to be. Like you were saying, this isn't the album that you did last time. So it's supposed to be this beautiful journey. And I'm really enjoying this. I wish I would know more about it when I was younger. But, he was from like Ohio, I think, but he made it big in England. They just couldn't get enough of him. And it's so funny. Even you're listening to Opeth, and he's like, oh, Scott Walker's a genius. I used to listen to him and all this stuff. David Bowie dated Scott Walker's ex-girlfriend. Would go there, and all she would do was talk about Scott Walker, more than I do. And he used to get so pissed, and then she played some of his music, and he's like, oh, this guy's good. All right, this is cool. And then I became a huge fan of Scott Walker.
He became a huge fan.
A huge fan.
Remember, Ben, it's a feud.
Oh, huge.
Huge. You just like him because his last name is Walker.
Yeah.
That's not even his name.
Johnny Walker.
That's not even
Walker,
his name. It's
Jimmy Walker.
His first
Luke
group.
Skywalker.
Like in the 65, 66, were the Walker brothers. No one was named Walker. That was just their name. So it was almost like the Ramones. So he became Joey Ramone. He became Scott Walker. And that was not his real name.
So we could be the Walkers.
And I'm surprised because you like so many bands that
Suck.
many would consider terrible bands. And you go on the shows and you go on tour with them and you go watch all these bands that nobody really listens to anymore, but they're still out there touring.
And
you know
they're
why?
selling out.
Somebody got
You know why they're selling out?
Why? Because I'm buying it?
Do you know why do you know why they're still out there touring?
For the love of the game.
Because that's the only way they can make money.
Yeah.
Because they don't get paid for album sales, because all their music is free on the internet somewhere. And they have to just go tour to stay alive.
Staying alive.
I still put out records, still buy the vinyl. That's always nice.
We can't even do the closing because the way we have the setup now, because the card went kapooey, if we turn off the machine to change the card, it stops our recording. So, but now that we're going to end the show, I can't even end the show properly because I can't get the sound effects. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. Oh, you've been listening to the Drinking with Friends podcast with Dan, Ben, and Mark. This has been episode 15 of the never-ending season 3 of the podcast. We talked about many things that you're not going to hear because it's never going to see the light of day. We talked about music and Rush, and we didn't even talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
That's where I was trying to go. But
Yeah, I was going to say
another
something like
day.
that.
Another day. This is too long. Maybe we'll tack it on to the next show where we talk about Predator Badlands.
Nice.
So stick around or stay tuned. No. Come back for that one.
I'm sure I am.
We love you all.
I have to.
And it's nice to have Mark back.
Yay!
All right, let me start a separate applause for me. Yay, this one's for Mark. I have to tell a story because you just reminded me.
That you survived? You're a survivor.
I survived for one reason.
What?
I went into the pet store to get my doggie some food. And I'm online and I'm about to pay and leave. And there's a woman talking to the cashier. They know each other. She said something about her fish and blah, blah, blah. And as I'm getting ready to leave, the woman walks
Wouldn't
up.
the gynecologist be the one to talk about her fish? Anyway. Thank you.
So the lady walks up. She stops her conversation. She says, "I'm sorry. I just have to say this." And she looks at me and she goes, "You are the coolest looking human being right now."
She was blind?
No.
She was deaf too.
And she just looked and she looked, and I was wearing shorts and my hooded sweatshirt and I just went out to get dog food. You know what I mean?
You know why? Because
my
she
winter
thought
hat
you were
on.
tardy. And she wanted to say something nice
And
to
she
the tardy
just
boy.
she just thought I was like the coolest looking person she'd ever seen. And I was like, that's awesome. That really just made my day. And I went
That's the new band, the Tardy Boys.
and it was like just a really cool thing to hear.
good for
know?
you. That's great.
You know, we all struggle with self-esteem, but sometimes when somebody, you never know how you affect other people or how you appear to other people or how you touch other people's lives.
Or touch other people with kind words.
Same thing happened to me at the Planet Shitness.
You've been listening to the Drinking with Friends podcast with Dan, Ben, and Mark. This has been episode 15.25. Ben goes to Planet Fitness. That's a whole episode in itself. Okay, Ben, go ahead. Tell your story.
So I'm walking out,
Dude, ass back.
and going in, and I hold the door for the lady, and she goes, "Thank you very much." Oh my!
No one cares. Oh my God. How did I get this in?
How did he fall for it again?
He's so easy.
He's so narcissistic that he doesn't get it.
But I could put on that tone that sounds like I really care.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, Ben.
No, really.
No, go ahead, Ben.
So the old lady, you open the door.
She's like, I just want to say you had the coolest T-shirts.
We heard the story before.
Yeah, so what?
Okay, who cares?
So I'm saying the same thing to him. I said, yeah.
It sounds like a made-up story because of my story.
he had
because he's a kicker. He didn't let me finish it.
He
I'm
had
going
to
to
get
finish
his
going through.
story into
Right.
Trump yours.
And it's too
gotta be
similar.
better.
No,
Right.
because-
It was one
All
up.
right.
It's one-upmanship. It's called.
It's called penis envy.
Go ahead. So what was the rest of the story?
Can you listen like this?
We don't have look. His arms are hands up. Ben, he's not you. He can't beak it.
Don't forget, this is all on video.
Since then,
Stupid faces.
Since then, nobody walks next to me on the treadmill. The place could be packed and people will just walk by and they'll leave the treadmill to my left always empty. They won't go near me.
His hygiene problems.
It's nothing to do with the shirt.
No, it has nothing to do with that story either.
I find that odd. No, 'cause figured if she said, wear the coolest shirts, people would like to maybe, if there's an empty thing, they see, oh, he's got a cool shirt.
She's blind too. Yeah.
It's the only treadmill available, and I want to go on a treadmill. Let me go on that treadmill.
Ben,
But no.
you could be wearing $500 bills taped to your body and nobody's
All right.
going to be near you.
Okay, that's really it. We love you all. Good night.
Yes.